sun rises on a new day. Each instrument of the landscape slowly awakening to join the symphony of dawn. We follow a small sparrow fluttering its wings as they land from tree to tree, finding a cherry and another, plucking him off. Then we find it landing on the branch of a white blossom tree. It floats down to gather the lost cherries, its morning breakfast, and then Sparrow glides, hearing the sound of a small stream passing by. It glides down, following the stream as it passes through this small forest of these trees before arriving at the edge of a cliffside that overlooks our small community. Pale Harbor. Here, we find Snatch, oversleeping. Grab lands on your shoulder and drops a cherry on your face. And we see Snatch finally waking up as we move away and find ourselves at the front gate of Pale Harbor, where the rest of the group is preparing for this 5-day or 10 days of travel. A cart is provided. You have a horse and enough food and water for 2 weeks. And you're also given a map with each of the traveler checkpoints along the way from here to Templeton. Crucible. This is the first time in a really long time that you've been out of the gates. This feels different. Why is that?
Well, I think it feels different because, honestly, I haven't seen Torin in a while. And the fact that Torin has agreed to go with us with a glimmer in his eye that I am somewhat familiar with makes me somewhat curious as to what other motivations might be lying under agreeing to take this trip with us. But even though it's been a while since I've been outside, it is a little bit exciting at the same time too, to be out there with people who are maybe not dear friends, but could be. And I'm excited to see what happens and exhilarated.
Speaking of Torin, you have heard the voice of Bannon for the past 20 years, guiding you, supporting you, but this morning, it's silent. Why does Torin think that is?
I think it's because I've made the decision. There's no further motivation that is needed. And up until this point, I feel like the communication from that voice was always to push, keep pushing forward, keep going. And I think now is like a like a threshold that I'm stepping over. There's an understanding that what awaits down this path is much needed in whatever that voice's pursuit is, but also in my own pursuit.
We move over and we see Ilora. You're readying yourself and can't help but feel and make sure that that new formula that you have is indeed with you. You've pressed and made sure at least 10 times. But even with it being with you, does Ilora have any doubts?
I think that as brave of a face that Ilora puts up, she is mostly comprised of doubts. I think that doubts are what she is running from, and doubts are what she refuses to drown under. And this pretty little vial of glowing yellow sunshine is her lifeline to staying afloat, and is always going to be the thing that pushes her forward away from those doubts.
Speaking of doubts, Roila, it's been a while since you've had to use your weapon to protect your sister and others around you. Is Roila nervous?
I think when it comes to the combat, he's not nervous because he's always training and always preparing. But I think he is waiting to have to be the inevitable emotional anchor when things fail again. So I think he probably woke up, did some morning workouts, had it using his mage hand as like a makeshift pull-up bar, and doing all these things and just double checking his equipment. It's the fighting comes easy. It's what comes afterwards is always the hardest part.
And finally, Snatch, you have woken yourself up enough to fly over to the rest of the group gathered at the front gates. You almost always travel alone, but now you have companions. Was there a time that you remember having companions on a trip, and was that a good or a bad memory?
I always used to travel with my sister. She was very informative and direct. She would handle most of the strategy. I would handle when the strategy didn't work. She would say that I was the order to her chaos. And she was... I think it'll be nice to figure out where I fit with these people on the outside. I think as I come upon them, I quickly start digging in the dirt and putting the cherry seed that Grab gave me to honor the gift and just pop up. Hello.
Hey, Snatch, good morning.
Morning.
Sleep well?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I slept well, and then I didn't sleep well, and then I was sleeping very well, and then Grab woke me up.
Sounds like a journey.
Yes.
Yes.
I journey everywhere, even sleep.
Are you excited to go out?
Yes. Though I do wonder how this will all work together.
What do you mean?
Well, I usually go alone, and I have all of you here. Many of you.
Now
wingless.
this time, even though I know you can handle... First of all, was that a jab?
No, not a jab. It was just a point
I'm
of fact.
sorry, we don't all have wings. I'm sorry.
Yes, so what am I supposed to do when you have to go around something instead of just going over it?
You
Do
can
I
walk
have
with
to
us.
then fly
You can
around?
enjoy. You can enjoy the company. Maybe.
Right. Oh, of course. Very well. Yes, I'm excited to go around things.
To walk. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm an inconvenience to you.
Oh, never. I mean, you are, but it's not.
It's all right. You can say it. You can say it. It's all right.
Okay, you
I'm
are an
used to it.
inconvenience, but I will enjoy your company.
Two things can be true.
Grab came back.
Oh, hi, Grab. Will Grab now? I don't know how Grab feels about me, seeing as I am a cat person. How does Grab feel about me? I promise.
I'm gonna leave that up to the GM.
Okay. First question.
My claws are in. Promise.
Claws are in. Do you have food?
Do I have food? I think hopefully Ilora gave me another piece of sweetbread that she had made, perhaps. Yes.
Okay.
I do have some sweetbreads on me.
All right. Then I would like you to roll for me.
Oh boy.
For this, we're going to have... let's do... Presence.
Presents,
that
of
would be-
course. You mean that thing I'm terrible at, Johnny? That one?
Yes, of course.
That one, of course. Okay. All right. Come on. It's a 9 with fear.
Amazing. All right. I will take the fear. And-
So early? What?
Give the DM fear now.
Incredible.
It's
Ah.
great. It's gonna be fine.
I love
I'm so
it.
sorry.
I'm so glad that
I
I'm
just
getting
wanted to
more
pet the
now
bird.
for the travel.
I just wanted to pet the bird.
You are indeed able to pet the bird. It flutters away from you at first,
I'm so sorry.
and you pull back instinctually, and then it flies back, landing on the shoulder, and then takes the food out of your hand,
Okay.
and you're able to get
Good.
just a little bit of a pet.
So
Oh, there you go.
we'll work on it. Take some
A
time.
lot better
it's
than
okay.
last time.
I'm patient. Yeah, last time did not go well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Forgot to put my claws in. Didn't mean to.
I'm
That was
just
my
glad
bad.
that none of the pecks hit your eyes.
One did. Just one. But it's fine. You missed that one. Grab turned back around. Dove right for me like a bomber. It's bad.
Grab's a,
But we're
Grab's a
fine.
little fighter. Just kind of give like a
It
rebel.
nuzzles
I'm
up
just-
under
I'm
your finger.
Picturing like a very intense stare at me from this bird. As you're
It's just, he's just nuzzling up into the finger and then
yeah.
looking directly at you.
Like that. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I've never so badly wanted art of a moment.
It's very intense looking for.
The glare.
Yes.
I imagine that Torin is probably approaching and like setting his staff in the cart as this rambunctious exchange is had. And he sees Cibil smile and laugh, and he'll smile a little bit as he climbs into the cart.
All right, everyone. Come on, everyone, gather around.
Yes, Captain. Of course,
Yes,
gather
yes,
round.
yes.
Yes.
All right, so safety discussion. Before we go out there, remember you always move in a group of 2. If you see anything, you always have to alert the group. If you encounter anything that is infected, always stay at a distance of 10 feet or more. Do not engage,
I elbow Cibil.
even if you think you have the advantage in melee combat. Avoid being within melee range at all costs.
Yes, of course.
Believe that should be everything with enough supplies. Only eat your designated portions. Yes, Torin.
Groups of 2, but there are 5 of us.
Yes, 2 or more. Do your darndest not to split up.
Yes.
Let's see, what else? I believe that should be everything. We already have everything set up with the rations. Yes.
I was just wondering,
Mhm.
how
What's
was
this?
I supposed to? How am I supposed to take anyone with me? He's just gonna start flying a
What's-
little.
Right.
I don't
It's a-
say anything,
First of
but
all-
I look up at you in the air and I go, I'm sure we'll figure something out, Snatch, darling.
Okay.
Just be in the near vicinity of others if you are departing from the group. I believe that should be everything. Unless there's anything else anyone else needs to bring up.
Would you like my sight to be active as we travel?
Does that put a strain on you?
No.
It'd be terribly difficult to walk with your eyes closed.
Torin's eyes go frosted white as a little orb
love it.
appears.
I love it when he does that.
I can see perfectly fine, and it
Oh,
can
it's
go
so
out to
cool.
very far range. So I'm just going to
Okay.
essentially be the lookout.
Yeah. Incredible. That's amazing. All right.
I also have a question, Johnny.
Mhm.
Do you think we've in our scouting missions in the past, or the many that I've been on, do you think I have ever been to Templeton before?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you've been here for a few years at least. I know we haven't pinned down the exact amount, but you've definitely been here for a few years. So I would
Okay.
say that, yeah, you probably were a part of a trading group at some
Okay.
point. So, yeah.
So I have an ability, it's a Wayfinder ability called Path Forward. And it says when you're traveling to a place you've previously visited, or you carry an object that has been at the location before, you can identify the shortest, most direct path to your destination.
Amazing. Yeah. So we can just keep that as like you are very good at remembering routes anywhere. So you have this to the T as to where
Okay,
you
good.
need to go. There's an established route there, along with checkpoints and different sorts of not traps but barriers to keep the blighters out. So
Mhm.
you are absolutely able to know where you are.
Cool.
Okay.
All
Anything
right, let's
else
settle
before
up
we
then.
leave?
I think Roila will be driving the cart.
I
Okay.
sit next to Roila.
Hey,
All
how come
right.
you got shotgun? Scooch!
Okay. Yes.
Don't
Trying
mind-
to find the
I mean-
space between two giants.
I know.
Yeah.
What?
There
You
you
don't, Roila, do you not
I
join
on
the
purpose
company?
do
Why do you
not
sit so
scoot.
wide-legged?
I like to spread.
You do- all right.
It's a comforting shoe.
This is going to be too long of a ride.
Only
this
man
cannot
can
be
do
the first
it.
conversation. I
Only
really
man
cannot.
can do it.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
ridiculous.
All right.
We pull the camera away and see each of you beginning your journey, venturing
Yes.
into the nearby forest that spans for miles in front of Pale Harbor, the northern end. To the east, we see these rocky hills that provide a natural barrier that prevents large masses of blighters coming from the eastern side to attack. And to the west, we see the rolling hills of grassland spanning a few miles before a beautiful coast we can see. As we pull back and see the cart pushing forward, we fade to black and return with the group a few hours ahead. The sun is nearing the zenith, and we find you all walking through the forest or riding the cart. What do we find everyone doing?
Well, I'm walking now because Roila made me feel unwanted
Of course.
in the cart. I'm walking. I don't need to sit with you. I was just trying to be good friends.
No, it's fine. You can come back
No.
here anytime. I was just
No,
asking.
it's fine.
I didn't
I'm
know you were
good.
going to take it so personally.
I'm good.
Yeah, all right.
Give her some time. She'll eventually come back down.
Yeah. How's the sightseeing going?
It's quiet for the moment.
Why don't you go ahead and do I believe that's instinct roll.
Never mind. You don't have to.
I would like to rewind.
Actually,
No, you don't see anything yet. Absolutely. This is just, for future reasons.
You said instinct, right?
Future reasons. Johnny, you wouldn't do that to us.
That is a 13 with hope.
13 with hope. Okay. Continue.
It's quiet. Other than the occasional bird, everything is relatively calm. And it should be noted that Torin can switch his vision between the orb and his own eyes at
so cool.
will.
Okay.
And here is an important question for the DM.
Oh boy.
This is something I feel like maybe should have been discussed earlier.
Okay.
Are infected considered magical creatures?
Ooh.
That is a great question.
That's a spicy question.
Big more question
Good
right
job.
now on the spot.
Let me ask why are you asking that specific question?
How we tried to screw you with this question.
Right, yeah.
If I may,
Of course.
sorcerers have a fun little class feature called Arcane Sense. You can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range.
I see.
Ooh. Okay.
Magical people and objects.
It's only 10 feet.
I guess
so
it depends.
It's not
on
it's not terribly far. It's purely
Sure.
if we're like exploring a building, like would I get a ping if there's something in the room immediately next to me?
I guess it depends on the nature of
would
the...
say yeah. I would say yeah because I mean
Ooh.
like if in real life there are no undead, this is a magical world, which is why undead are a thing. So I will say yes, they are magical creatures.
I
You
can
heard it
see
here,
the magic
folks.
in everyone.
Walking Dead is a fantasy show.
Yep.
No, just I'm just messing around.
Urban
I thought that was
fantasy.
actually Atlanta.
Well, it is. Atlanta's not a real place.
Atlanta's not real.
I thought everyone in Atlanta
Sorry,
was
anybody that lives
fighting
there.
zombies.
You're not real.
It was built specifically for The Walking Dead.
Yeah. They built Atlanta for The Walking Dead. That's what the comic book said.
Oh man, the energy in
this
the
group.
studio tonight.
I love
Yep.
I love this group so much. I imagine as he's communicating what he is seeing, Torin is it's an idle thing that I imagine that when he was traveling with just Cibil within these last 20 years, it was an exercise to practice restraint and the finer motions of his magics, and that he would move his hand back and forth to conjure energy and almost wave it in front of him. Not too much to cause it to explode, not too little to not have any effect whatsoever. But now it's just become an idle thing where he just moves his hand through arcane energy that comes through his rune, almost like smoke. And he's just sort of playing idly.
So, any new developments for you when it comes to magic?
There are a couple.
Nice.
I don't want to set the forest on fire, so we'll save that one for another time.
Ooh,
Very nice.
spicy.
Easy. Started dabbling a little with chronomancy. That's been an interesting development.
Shen
A little
was
bit of that.
so adamant about chronomancy being used perfectly, so I don't envy you.
Yeah,
My
it's
elemental.
it's very minor. It has to be a concentrated action, essentially, that I can reverse. So essentially, think of it as like an equation, and you're replacing the variables between, let's say, 1 and 12. And so you're changing the probability is what you're rewinding essentially for. It's the best way of thinking about it.
I get off the
It
cart.
was one of the interesting things that I was looking at.
I've always
I
had.
immediately jump off
I-
the cart.
I've been
There's
dabbling
no
too.
fucking way I'm gonna sit here and
As-
listen to these magic nerds talk.
as Roila goes into like wizard speak, I actually match him word for word. No, but you're really thinking of it at a rudimentary level. You need to think more on a complex level. You need to think about what else you're.
I'd like to have Snatch.
Elora, what
I'd
are
like
you
to have
saying?
Snatch like hover over both of them and go, I've always heard that people had a rough time with chronomancy. Let's go back into the
Until we meet again.
And I go over to Cibil, and immediately I'm just like dusting off all of my garments, and I go,
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but that was insufferable. There's no way I could listen to that for the next, what,
Elora,
5 days?
What are they even saying?
Oh,
I don't
here's
know
my
the
best,
words they're using.
my best impression.
Please.
Actually, the minutia of the
Oh my
story
god,
of
that's
what
so
I'm doing.
good! That's so good!
And I use a little bit of hint of magic
You
mining.
used to do that at parties.
It's the worst. It's
Oh
also
my
the
god,
best.
that was
They can't be stopped. And it's like they think it's the most interesting thing on the planet. When honestly, it's like we'd rather talk about anything else, fellas. Anything else.
Elora,
And I'm like
you know-
just gabbing with Cibil right now. I'm just walking and talking. I'm getting my best life of gossip out as we like far enough back behind the wagon to not be heard. But if either of you even glances behind, it's like Elora's like, and another thing, it's like both of them, the two of them are and I like magic. So it's not, you don't have to guess what Elora.
Oh my
Amazing.
I don't think your sister likes the conversation.
Oh no, she.
Now-
Well, you have to keep in mind, this is what she's dealt with for daddy
No way.
old years. So, you know, she's always the first one that I'd come to about my magical discoveries. So,
As this is
it's just
happening,
one of those things.
as Elora is doing this fantastic impression, Elora, can I ask you something?
Yes, of course, darling. What is
For
it?
real?
Yes,
It might be,
obviously.
I don't know, it might be a little bit bold, but what is that in your robes?
Sorry.
There's something shining in your robes. And you think it's tucked. I think you think it's tucked, but it's not
Right.
entirely.
Is it not?
It's not. I see it's a bit bright.
Well,
It's a little bit bright.
well, thank you for telling me. And she's going to tuck it in deeper and say nothing else.
No, all right. I thought we were chatting. I thought it was good. I thought we had a good thing going.
Can I tell you something?
I'm curious. Yes.
I'm actually quite fond of you. I think you're the best
Really?
thing to come out of Pale Harbor in years.
Stop it.
Truly.
No, you don't mean that.
Of course I mean it. I don't
No.
lie. Do you lie?
Sometimes.
Ew.
I lied about taking your sweetbread.
Oh,
I
you
took your
did,
sweet-
didn't you?
Yes, but you said you saw me, so apparently it was a terrible lie.
Well, I thought we were
What?
having a little... Oh, yes, you...
It was a
Quite
game.
disgusting
I now
little
realise
thing.
that you thought it was a
Yes,
mutual
and it
game.
is because
I
know
was
you
getting away
like
with
to
something.
steal, and so I gave you something to steal because
And I
thought you were
appreciate
playing
that
me.
very much. I thought I was actually legitimately getting away with something, and seemingly, apparently not.
No, would you like to have?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. I was shocked, and I
Don't
was
lie
also...
to me now.
I
You've
was-
already given up the goat. Don't lie.
But you
to
said
me
I
now.
could lie too. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying. Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, on the table,
On the
you're a
table.
wonderful thief. But
Thank you.
when you're the only person to come
I'm
into
the
my
only
clinic,
in town.
and then they're all
understand.
gone.
I
Cibil.
understand. I've already been made.
Okay.
I've already been made. They were yes.
and then you understand. As for the shiny thing,
I won't tell anybody. I promise. If it's a secret, I love
you
secrets.
do say that, but
I'll pinky
now
swear.
that I know you lie frequently.
Not only
I'm not-
about the sweetbread. Only
That
about
could
the
be a
sweetbread.
lie then, couldn't it?
No, I pinky swear it's not.
My massive pinky comes in like a baseball bat to engulf yours. And I'm going to wrap my pinky around yours, but I'm still walking, and so you kind of
Alright,
get like
so what's that?
dragged. And I go, Well, that's kind of like a soul oath, isn't it, to your people? Well, okay, since you've taken a soul oath upon your tiniest
I promise.
appendage,
I
I
swear.
will tell you this and only this. I am going to save the world.
How? Wait, you can't just stop it there. You can't just say, that's all I'm going to say when you
Of
say something
course.
like that.
I'm sorry, I've never said it out
Please.
loud before. It sounded so
Okay.
much bigger when it actually came
No,
out.
it
of
is.
my
No,
mouth.
it's incredible. I'm
Yes.
excited to see what you have to say.
Great.
How
That's
so?
kind of as far as I've gotten, honestly.
Okay,
Right,
all right.
right.
That doesn't tell me anything about the. I'll
Well-
wait until you're ready.
I've been
wait till you're
trying
ready.
to make a cure. I think I've got something going to at least slow the spread. I don't think it's a cure, but it could be something. And we're out on a mission. Maybe we
Okay.
could grab one of them and see if it works. Grab, stab, lab. Get it? Like we grab it and then we stab it with the cure and
Yes.
then we laboratorily
you-
examine him. And I just figured this is the best chance to actually get our hands on something. And I thought if I made a catchy little quip that rhymed a little, everyone would get on my
Honey,
team about it.
I am on your
Yes,
team.
good.
I'm
Just
just.
a grab and a stab in the lab
do you-
part.
what
I'm
makes you
working on the delivery of that part. But I okay.
What makes you think it's going to work?
This is kind of embarrassing, but you know, like how I'm like the chosen one or whatever.
Do I know that? Did you tell me that?
I don't know. You know now.
Well, you're the chosen. I
Anyway.
mean, I believe you. You look like
It's
the
not-
chosen
no,
one
no,
to
no, no.
me.
I'm not calling myself that. No.
I'll call
Okay,
you that
let's
if you want me
back up.
to. Oh dear, chosen one.
Oh, Cibil, darling. Okay, wait.
What?
Hold on. It's
All right.
imperative that I do not miscommunicate this.
Okay.
Of all the things I could miscommunicate,
Yes.
this
not-
is not one of them.
This is not one of them. All right. Okay.
I break some sweetbread and I hand you half, and
Okay.
I get a nibble in and I like gather my thoughts and I go,
Okay.
Roila and I were raised very unconventionally.
Okay. What, like Montessori school, or like was we talking? Like, did you get what? What do you mean?
Kind of like that, if you think
Kind of
about
like-
it. If you think about that, and then like 13,000 degrees worse, darker, deeper,
Oh,
and scarier.
That's a
than
large
that.
number. That's quite big.
Well, it's
that's-
just an estimate, darling. I'm not. good
That's a
with
large
estimating.
estimate. No. I'm listening. I'm with
We
you.
grew up different, and
All right.
they told us that we were chosen.
Okay.
Simply
You are.
because we
I mean, I-
fit a few specific. It doesn't matter. None of it
doesn't
matters.
matter. All right.
I have
Doesn't
a
matter.
specific gift from Sol, the god of the sun.
Okay. God of the sun,
I've been bottling it
bottling it.
to use it to burn away the darkness of the scourge of this virus,
Okay.
condensing it, making it its purest form.
All right.
If the prophecy was even slightly correct, then perhaps I am the one to make this cure. Perhaps this is my
Okay.
purpose. And I can't even try to fulfill this purpose if I can't get my hands on the grab, stab, and lab, as you know.
Grab, stab, lab. Got it.
Yes, I have a process, and I have an idea of how it should go. And honestly, if Torin is going to mess it up, then I'm just absolutely buggered.
Wait,
and I have no way to go.
Why would Torin mess this up?
You know,
This-
honestly,
I know-
it's not. It doesn't matter because Torin can't mess up anything because this is a sure thing and it's destined. You see, so because it's destined, nothing Torin could do could mess this up for me, and that's why the cure
Torin-
is going to work.
I just wanted, just real. I know Torin these days doesn't come off quite as warm as he used to. But I
He
promise.
used to come
you-
off warmly.
Listen, he saved me.
I'm not
Truly.
saying he's irredeemable or.
I
evil.
know, but I think he's been in his own head for a long time.
Why?
So I just, I think that's Torin's story to tell. You should talk to him sometime. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Oh,
We are traveling together. You should talk to him.
yes, and perhaps we'll find some time.
I'm just
but-
saying, think about it.
5 days go so quickly, you see. I just don't think I'll find the time. I'm going to hop back on this wagon.
10
as
days.
you
Good
do.
thing it's 10 days.
No, No, just 5. I'm just gonna hop onto the wagon.
Good thing it's 10.
I think while that conversation was going on, Snatch was in the air and kind of watching Torin and Roila talking, and then watching Crucible and Ilora. I'm so sorry, I'm messing up your character's name. Ilora
Ilora.
talking as well, and just went, "Oh, okay. Well, I think we have found where we fit, and technically, to a group." And he just looks at Grab.
Grab.
So,
Yep.
we're following the rules. Let's go. And he's just going to hit the air and take off.
In our defense, you flew away. Immediately.
Snatch, also do an instinct roll.
Oh, yeah. I think I have -1 on this. Let's go.
You are in the air, so this is going to be just a little bit different of a perspective than the orb that.
Oh,
Torin
that's
is using.
12 with
I know
fear.
that Torin, you're kind of bringing it around. 12 with fear.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take the fear. Um.
Oh no. We gotta stop doing this, guys.
You just got to stop rolling with fear.
There we go. Yeah.
Easy.
Hey guys,
Just stop
don't
doing it. There
forget-
you go.
Don't
I rolled
forget
with
to just
fear.
roll
I
with
rolled
hope.
with fear to pet a bird. To pet a bird.
So, as you take off, you begin flying over the canopies of the trees, and this is a beautiful early autumn day. It's a little cooler than it has been. It's starting to get into that autumn weather, but it's still just partly cloudy, and you can see little bodies of water in ponds reflecting up from the sunlight just above you. You do, however, as you're looking around, taking it all in, see a slight rustling of smaller trees up ahead. And as you dip down to try and see what that is, out from this cluster of trees, you find a small group of blighters. You can see that they're clad in torn leather armor. Their skin holds onto their body as if it's holding on to the last piece of humanity, but the bloodshot eyes are a dead giveaway that these are blighters. More specifically, you recognize these ones. These are the ones
these
that you
my
had
friend?
trapped earlier. You can see
the
4 of
strong
them
man.
walking. The Dracona is walking, and you can see this like acidic ooze falling out of their mouth, and the Galapa is walking behind with a similar drip. I will say,
Okay.
Torin, you also do notice this, but we'll focus on Snatch. What do you do?
I think I'm going to mark one's. No, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to kind of from the sky yell, "Hey, hello! I found something.
What you find, Snatch?
I found blighters. They're the ones that were strong, and I left in a cave to die. It's my fault they're like this."
It's fine.
You're
You're doing great, Snatch.
Spend a fear
Don't you dare, Johnny.
in response to yelling out that we have found them. The 4 of them look, and you see this acidic ooze just begins to like almost avalanche out of the mouth as these 4 look directly at each of you. And more specifically, that fear you begin to hear coming from just to your right. There's another group that is beginning to come out of the tree line. So we are starting our very first combat here. Right off the bat, we're going to open it up and say, who would like to go?
Oh, I would.
That's such a great question.
I would love to.
Yeah, go ahead, Gimli and Legolas.
I would love to, actually.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to. So, would you say? I guess I can only. Oh, you know what? But I do have an ability where I can target more than one at a time. So I'm going to try to attack one of them, like the one that's closest to us, with my bow.
Okay.
And then if I make contact, I'm going to try to use my Ranger Hope to take out more.
Okay, so let me paint the picture so that you understand where you're at.
Okay.
You're next to the cart, walking with Ilora to the left.
Yes.
You have Torin and Roila are on the cart, bringing the horse forward, and Snatch is just at the top of the canopy of the trees above, letting you know that there are blighters ahead. They are probably around, I would say very far distance, because that would be for sure something that Torin would see and Snatch. So they are very far away from you. However, the ones that are closer, they are, I would say close distance. So they're within like 50-ish feet from you. So they're close to your position. So there are 4 up ahead, and then you see 3 coming out from the side.
Okay. I'll probably, just because they're the more immediate threat, I'll probably go for the ones. Oh, but you know what? If I'm counting on Roila to do melee things, which I know what Roila does in battle, maybe I should go with my bow. Can I still hit that very far range without a problem?
I believe so. You have a short bow, correct?
Oh yeah, short bow, yes.
I believe the range of that improved short bow. I believe the range on that is very far.
Okay, cool. So I'll be like, Roila, you got those, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna take a shot at the ones in the distance, so they don't even get close. Okay. Come on. Yes. Oh, what do I? Oh, wait. If it's the same number on each one, is it a crit?
That is a crit. So correction, really quick. It is a far distance. However, you just crit. I will give this to you absolutely. So you are able to, and one of the arrows flies through the air. One of the first arrows you shot. Actually, no, you killed one yesterday. But this one is you get down onto your knee and then fire this arrow. This new bow that you have is definitely
quite
something.
good. It's quite good.
So first, you have the improved short bow, which means that your damage is D6 plus 6 physical. You automatically, with a crit, gain full 6 on the D6, and then you roll your D6, and then you get that additional 6 on top of it. So you start with 12 at least. So go ahead and roll your D6.
Okay, but also I would like to, now the ones in the distance, there's a number of them approaching.
Correct. Yeah, there's 4 over there.
Spend
go ahead.
3 hope to use my ability, my Ranger Hope, which is hold them off. It says spend 3 hope when you succeed on an attack with a weapon to use that same roll against 2 additional adversaries within range of the attack.
Dang. Okay. Also, you do gain a hope, so just take off 2 if you didn't add the hope already. Also, when you crit with, I believe you clear an HP or a stress. Not really important right now because you don't have anything, but for later.
Okay.
Okay, so you're making the same exact result on 2 others.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay,
All right.
So I'm just rolling 1 additional D6, right?
Well, you're hitting 2 other people, right?
Yeah, but it's the same. Yes.
So it's the same attack roll, but damage would be different. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, I mean, you're dealing a whole bunch of damage anyways, but yes, go ahead. Roll your D6 to see if you can hit a little bit higher.
Okay. I got a 5.
Okay, 5 on that, so that is
Yes.
that'll be a 17. Incredible. So one of them takes 17.
Quick note, by the way, and this is something that will be happening from this point forward. Because this is a joint project with both Talking XP and Crit Hit Chronicles, there are some individuals who are on this channel right now that are not familiar with what that means. And that is that every critical success or failure gets marked in the Chronicle as a fun little way for us to keep track of our successes and opportunities as a story goes on. So, congratulations. Cibil just made it into the Chronicle.
Woo! That was the first attack of the 20-year jump right there. And it was a crit.
go.
Let's go. Let's
I
go.
got to know how you're differentiating the two Cibils.
One's a Y, one's an I. Don't judge me.
And so now I'm
Amazing.
rolling a d6 for another one?
For the other two.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. That's a 4.
Okay, 4, so that brings it to 16. Amazing.
Yes.
And then the next one.
Okay. That's just a 1.
A 1, okay. So you hit 2 severe on 2 of them, which is great.
Cool.
I would like to clarify, which ones do you want to hit? There's 2 of them that look similar. There's 2 of them that have that acid kind of flowing out of their mouth.
Yeah.
You would know these to be spitters. They
Okay.
spit acid from
Ooh.
a certain distance away. So
Okay.
keep that in mind. So there's 4 of them, 2 regular, 2 spitters. Which ones would you like to hit?
I would like to hit the first 2 attacks. I would like to hit the 2 spitters, and
Okay,
then
cool.
have one be on a regular one. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, this is my first actual combat. So I need to figure out how to
It's
track
exciting.
of these HP slots being marked. All right, I have a whiteboard right over here. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then we have another 3 just next to you. Just next to you, you do see 2 regular and then another spitter. So just keep that in mind as well. They are in close distance. And the final one. Okay, cool. Okay, so you hit the first 2 spitters and one of the regular ones. I will keep that in mind. So you just hit severe for both of the spitters. So that's 3 HP slots marked for them. And then you hit one of the regular shambling blighters, and that will be 2 HP slots because of hitting the major.
Gotcha.
Okay?
I
That was an excellent turn. And oh right, it was a crit. Yeah. Continue. Go ahead.
just to confirm, mainly for Roila. Roila is going to target the ones that are farther away or the ones that are closer up?
I can take whichever ones. I mean, if you prefer me to take the closer ones, I can handle those.
Okay. I will stand in the wagon and focus on the ones that are a little far away and just say,
Okay.
if Cibil comes to any harm, you'll be next, Roila. And I would like to unleash chaos.
Oh, let's go. All right. Amazing. What does this
I don't know what
do?
that means,
This
but I
sounds
love
incredible.
it. Yes.
Oh, wait, no, they're very far. Shit. Okay, so I have to go with the other one.
They are very far.
Never
Okay.
mind.
Again,
Chaos,
rewind.
retract.
Now, keep in mind. Oh, they are pretty
no.
far. So
Sorcerers. I can extend the range of my shit. Never
Ooh.
mind.
amazing.
Okay. I am going to first off mark one stress so that I can manipulate magic.
Okay.
Then I would like to pick one. I assume there are spitters in this other group far ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 spitters in the far one.
Okay. I
very
am
far.
going to unleash chaos. I'm going to try a spellcast roll against a target, and we'll see how much it's going to damage them.
That's a good lad, Torin. Yes.
Please. Oh, that's not the best. It's a 12 with hope.
12 unfortunately misses. So you describe to me what you do.
Unleashing chaos for I almost said Roila. Unleashing chaos for Torin is his eyes sort of darken, and there's this sort of after image of him that's made of that like roiling, almost deep royal blue energy that just surges forward towards a target, and upon contact there's a small explosion for that one individual target that it hits.
Okay, so what ended up happening, you shot out that blue bit of chaotic energy, and as Crucible had shot one of them, you see one of the spitters that you were aiming at then gets down and is going to spit directly towards Crucible. So as it ducks down, it goes just above.
That's very rude, actually.
I want to use my yeet die.
Don't hurt my child, 20. Please.
And then oof for 1.
My child.
Okay, that is a 13. Does that hit your evasion?
No, it doesn't.
It does not. Okay, so this giant blob of acid just shoots towards you. Here, hold on. I was looking
that's
at the wrong
cute.
one. I just want to make sure. Okay, so it actually was lower. It was just a 12. But I want to make sure where. Okay, it was far range. So it's going to run. It's going to run up into far range, and then it's going to shoot as that happens.
Nasty.
So it ducks down and then runs forward. I'm going to spend a fear to highlight the other spitter who is also going to run forward and also going to shoot towards you, Cibil.
Why me? Why both?
That is a 3 on the die. So that is a miss as well. So these acid blobs shoot towards you, but you're able to dodge out of the way, rolling.
I just had my third in. Done.
This was the move that they couldn't anticipate.
Well, it's very slow acid. It was just more like a dribble.
It's like Reptile's projectile in Mortal Kombat. It's just a bubble.
Yeah, but one of the spitters is like never actually spit before, so they're like,
I'm sorry, it was my first time.
it's so gross. I can't.
I mean, they are recently killed, so it makes sense.
I was just recently turned, so you know.
Right, exactly, yeah. So I'm going to spend another fear. I'm going to have... actually, I'm going to spend another... I'm going to have another 2, another 2. So I have 4 currently, just so everybody knows. And I'm going to have the other 2 shambling blighters, the regular blighters, they're going to be rushing forward. So in this world, because we have Walking Dead and fucking World War Z and Last of Us and all that, these are runners, so they run fast. Just so everybody knows. No. Yeah, these are those kind of zombies.
That's the worst one. That's the 28 days later.
Yep. That is the 28 days later. Yep.
We're building bridges with bodies.
The bloodshot eyes that I got that was from 28 days later, 100%.
So great. Love it, Johnny. Thank you.
After getting shot by one of the arrows, one of them just goes down into like a bear crawl that then turns into like a full-on sprint. The other one just books it toward. You guys are on the cart. Snatch, you're flying.
No!
Johnny
disappeared.
We all gain a level.
The blighters.
We are godless now.
We're godless.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me follow.
He just comes back in full zombie makeup.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Let me tell you, this is a great partnership between Talking XP and Hit Chronicles. And if you're enjoying the show, make sure you're following along so you don't miss out. Make sure you're following on social media so you get those notifications.
Hello, I'm back.
Take it away.
I don't know what happened. Okay.
It's okay. Quick call to action. You're good.
So we only leveled up 3 times. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Good. At least it's just 3. So you begin, you see one of them gets down into a bear crawl and begins rushing towards you. The other one sprints, and both of them are going towards Ilora and Crucible.
Cheeky!
But for that fear, I'm using that so that specifically they can only run that very far distance to catch up to you. I think...
Just spotlight back on us, or is that all?
You can, it's okay. Just, you can give us a little bit. That's fine.
I'm going to have...
I can
just
clearly
one of
see
them.
that Ilora is ready to throw down.
I'm going to have one of the nearby... no, I'll have the spitter. The spitter is going to shoot acid towards... We're going to have Torin, since you're on the right-hand side on the cart. So... That's a 2. Not rolling well right now. So it goes directly past you. You can see that it gets on the cloth that's on the side of the cart, and it begins to just eat away at it. But I think I'm good. I will bring it back over towards the players.
Are you?
I think
I'm
I'm
all right.
good.
I think I'll stop there.
Wow.
Roila is going to roll out the cart, plops down, starts to roll his shoulders.
All right.
The gauntlets activate. They lock around his wrists and around his forearm. He's going to spend 2 hope to activate Paralela. So you watch as his shadow grows from underneath him, and just like how an old rival of his used to do, he creates a shadow version of himself that mimics all of his movements. He goes into a boxer's stance, and he's going to be about 10 feet away from the runners that are heading towards Ilora and Crucible, and then he's just going to make a jab. And as he punches, the air compresses like a bolt pistol that you would see on livestock, and he just starts aiming for the head. And
Amazing.
So he's going to take a strike with his arcane gauntlets at one of the runners.
Amazing.
And then let me see here. With the spell that's activated, the next time that target makes an attack, they can hit an additional target within that range with that same attack roll if it would succeed.
Okay.
All right, show me the money. That is
It's one movie reference added to the
a crit.
Are you
Quick,
serious?
Yes.
That's
Double
what we
nines.
brought tonight.
That's double 9s.
That's what we brought. Double 10s,
Okay.
double 9s. I did roll higher than you, but you still did great.
Do you get,
You still did great.
do you get hope on crits?
You do. You get a hope, and then you
Okay,
get the
cool.
clear a stress if you did one, or a HP slot. Which I mean, I don't know if you did a
Did none of
stress.
those.
That would be the most important.
How much
so
hope
Noir.
do we start? How much hope do we start with each episode?
You start
2?
every session with 2.
Okay, that's what I
2,
thought. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So these do 2d10 plus 9 damage.
Nice.
So that's
So then you automatically have 29,
okay. And then I add 2d10 on top
Nice.
of that.
and then you add 2d10. Yeah.
Gotcha. That is, I rolled 11.
Okay.
So that's
Are
40.
you having a
40.
good time, Johnny?
40.
Johnny, are you having
Listen,
fun?
listen. I love seeing the fucking players do big shit. This is incredible. I love that.
Okay,
40
Johnny
damage.
will-
Amazing.
Also-
Johnny will
also-
punish us later.
This is like fighting the rats at the beginning of a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Let's not shit talk Johnny, who's going to
No,
bring
yeah.
out like a lich.
This
It's going to
is
be
going
fine.
to give
I'm
us
not
a full
shit-talking
sense of
nothing.
confidence.
Yeah, so
then
Roila goes into
they'll
a boxer
merge us.
stance 10 feet away. He does one punch at one of them directly to the head, and then his shadow hits another one directly in the head with the same.
Oh, okay. I thought I froze again. Okay, thank God. Okay, really quick. So
No, you.
there are 2. Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I'm totally fine. No! Oh my God!
Let me tell you, gang, Daggerheart
Wow.
is a system by Darrington
No.
Press.
What did
The good
you
folks
do,
over
you
I
at
invoked
Order
it.
Room.
I'm sorry. I made
You
it happen.
dark
Everyone,
sorcerer.
level up
Well,
3
listen,
more
gang.
times.
As we all know,
Total of 6.
games
I need
are
you to
fun.
understand. I initially was messing with you, and then
I
you actually-
know. I know. And I was like, this is part of a joke, and it wasn't. God damn it. Okay.
Subscribe.
Hopefully, I'm fucking fine. I'm just gonna turn off the stream. Sorry, y'all. Like, I need to make sure that my my shit's fine.
I've got you on this side, so whatever you
Okay.
I'll stop unplugging
I'm
and
gonna-
plugging things back in over here.
Okay. Am I good? All right, here we go.
All right.
If we could just keep moving.
You punch that concussive blast towards this one. There are two currently rushing towards Ilora and Crucible. One of them was hit by, you could see a very clear arrow that is in the heart region of this blighter. Do you want to hit that one, or do you want to hit the other one?
I'll hit the one that's already taken a hit, but both of them are still going to both take that crit. They both take the same exact roll.
Right. You have the
Damn.
Okay, incredible.
The parallel spell.
Okay, so then that means go ahead and roll damage for the other one, because we're gonna use massive damage here because
Nice.
I love that idea of just doubling the severe and then dealing 4 hit point slots.
Okay, this one is higher, so that's
Amazing.
15 plus 39, so that's
44?
44 points of damage for the other guy.
Amazing. All right, so
How can I make my
that-
bow do that, Johnny?
man, ask Roila. That's a Roila
There
thing,
you
not
go.
a me.
We're talking
So-
later.
As they're rushing forward, you shoot out this concussive blast, as well as that shadow. You see this force of wind rush past. You could see all of the leaves and dust beginning to pick up from just that one shot, and then the other one you could see this shadowy sort of blast that shoots out of the shadow figure that you have. One of them, I would say yours, immediately blows off the top half of this blighter, and it is gone. It is just shot out. So that one is out of the picture now. The other one is going to take that 4 HP slots, and it is looking really fucked up. You immediately shot off half of its torso. One of its arms is gone completely.
Awesome.
Holy shit, that was incredible. Anything else?
And I think Royla's just gonna be like, oh, keep moving, go, keep the cart going. As he's inching forward and trying to get closer but stay within that 10 feet range.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have to be within melee to be able to hit with this.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's
I'm-
crazy.
I'm not going to take a big action. I'm just going to narratively, I'm going to move in and take the reins to keep the wagon going.
Okay.
While this all happens.
Okay. Does Torin have a lot of experience with taking reins and over a car?
No. Oh.
Who needs it?
Okay.
You're still here.
Jesus. You froze
Still
for a
here.
second. We all got scared.
Please, God. Just-
No,
Oh,
it
no,
froze
he didn't
again.
get it. No, Johnny, no.
No.
Okay, you're good. You're still with us. You're
We
still
got
with
you.
us.
Focus.
We got
Johnny,
you.
come
We're
back.
gonna make
asking.
it through
It's
this.
okay.
You can
You were
blame
just
it.
asking if
If I have had experience
Yes.
with a cart and horses in a city that I imagine that there may have been 1 or 2 jobs that I had with Bannon where I was the one put in charge of the cart, mainly in a emergency situation. So
Sure.
I imagine I'm 30% confident.
Cool. Let's just go ahead and do a real quick finesse roll just to make sure you're able to just
I
keep
believe
the
in you.
reins.
I believe.
I believe in color. All right. That is 12 with fear.
12 with fear. Okay.
There you go. Take it. Take the
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You pull the cart forward and you begin to pass by the blighter that is standing on your left. The other 2 regular blighters and the spitter are still standing just next to you, and you're getting a little closer to them, trying to just push through and get out of their range. However, with that, one of them is going to jump onto the front of the cart and try to attack at you. So,
Can I stop that from happening?
unfortunately, this is their turn. Unless you have some sort of a reaction that you could do. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I just had a mechanics question. You go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have to wait until a roll is made, but I do. So if you could check
Okay.
back in with me after
Amazing.
Resolve, I will.
You got it. Okay.
So,
This-
Johnny, I do
Yes.
have one thing. I just want you to know, just because I realized it was something about my character. So I have Ruthless Predator. When you make a damage roll, you can mark a stress to gain a +1 bonus to your proficiency. Additionally, when you deal severe damage to an adversary, they must mark a stress. So I dealt severe damage to 2 of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the one that is not dead, I think has a stress.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Or maybe they're
Okay.
Okay. Just want you to know.
All good. Yeah, no, you're good. Okay. This is going to be the very first bite attack that I make this campaign.
Oh no.
Would you like to pray to the sun god out loud?
I don't
That's
believe in the
us
sun
before.
god.
Dear Sun God, I've seen
God,
what
that's
you've
been
done for
30 years.
Ilora.
Right?
My question for you is, does Torin wear armor?
Hold on, I have to go look at my equipment. Yes, I wear advanced Gambeson armor. Thank you very much.
Incredible. That is a 13 to hit.
Okay, that will hit. How do armor?
Okay. Meadow. Yes.
Stop! Wait! Can I pray to the sun god?
Do you have an ability
I
of?
do.
Okay.
Can I
What is
pray?
his ability?
I have it's my Seraph ability of prayer dice. I roll 2d4 at the beginning of every session. I put them to the side, and then I can spend those points for different things. There's one on here that said I can spend any number of prayer dice to aid myself or an ally, as long as they are within the far range. So I can reduce incoming damage, add to a roll's result after the roll is made, or gain hope equal to. So I'm trying to make sure the damage, whatever is done, is not breaking past the armor. If that
Okay.
applies here, because I know bites are a little different.
Sure. Okay. Then I will roll damage, and we will see what that looks like. All right. Well, I rolled real fucking shit for those. So, 4 physical damage goes through.
Okay.
So,
How do armor?
you
how
can
do
mark
armor?
a slot. So, what is your armor score?
My armor score is 5.
5. So, you have 5 armor slots that you can use to reduce a damage threshold down by 1. So this is going to be minor damage for you, I'm assuming, because 4 damage is ridiculously low.
Yes.
So there's 2 things that could happen. 1, Ilora could use a prayer die to reduce that damage. I don't know if you have 4 or not on one of them. Or you can use your armor slot to reduce that to no damage.
I don't want to take the spotlight from Ilora. So you know what? Ilora, if you would like to use one, I would love that. If not, then that's fine. Me and Meadow will just be
Speaking
feuding and
of
it'll be fine.
Spotlight. Allure, razzle that. No, I'm just kidding. Speaking of
Yes.
Spotlight,
Full tap dance.
you're gonna see like a blast of sunlight come straight from
Amazing.
Allura, like hitting this thing right in the mouth, so like its teeth get singed right out of the mouth.
Yes.
So it just ends up
Amazing.
gumming you and
Just a gummy bite. Amazing. Amazing.
Ew.
I swear this never happens to me.
So it's
Amazing.
I don't stop the bite. I think it's just a blast of light that is very clearly from Allura.
Cool.
But if you like actually look over, Allura's immediately like this.
Yeah,
Amazing.
definitely. If anything, you'd get one of these like Really?
Look, they're
so-
bonding.
Just so that I understand this ability, are you supposed to roll those 2d4 right now, or
I roll
what
them
do
at
you
the
do with
beginning
those?
of every session. So I've already rolled
Okay.
them. They're already to the side. I got a 1 on one of them and a 4 on the other.
Got it. So
I was
that
gonna-
4 is gone.
Yep.
Understood. That's a cool ability. Okay, so that bite does not go through. I am going to spend one more
Laura.
fear to. We're gonna have the other blighter jump onto the cart as well. So Torin, you are surrounded by
Yep.
two of them.
I got it.
And with their passive ability of too many to handle, when they are within melee range, all attacks against the creature have advantage, which
Okay.
means that I roll 2d20 and take the highest.
Yep. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
I think I'm
Meadow, I
going to
love you
do.
so much.
I'm
Okay.
going to do another bite attack with this one.
Oh my god.
I was 1 away from a crit there. So a 19 plus 1 to 20 to hit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let me know when it's my turn again.
That one is going to be 7 physical damage as that bites into you.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend some armor to do the thing.
What is your major threshold?
My major is 11.
11. Okay, so then this is still minor. You mark 1 slot.
Okay.
Okay. So you see this one jumping over you, and you immediately put up your armor, and you feel this one almost went through, but you're able to push it off of you. Okay.
Okay.
Can
No, I want to open it up to Snatch and Ilora. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and I've already done a reaction, so I will take a back. I'll go after Snatch.
We'll go to Snatch. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I
coming
go
off.
ahead?
No
and-
poncho.
I'd like to go ahead and spend the stress to fall into shadow and just appear behind these two on the cart
yeah.
with night walking, shadow stepper. You can move from shadow to shadow. When you move
Yep.
into an area of darkness, mark a stress to disappear from one area within a very far range and reappear cloaked.
Oh, is it dark?
So you are under the canopy of these trees, so I would say...
So
I would say-
I was gonna pitch that I'm using the shadows created by that beam of light.
Hell yeah. Rad
I like
as
it.
hell.
Yeah,
Why not?
I like that. Okay. So you see this beam of light that's like flaring forward, and you immediately see this this shadow being casted by one of the trees. You dive into there and then appear directly under the cart and push your way up to the back of this cart. What are you going to do?
Now that I'm cloaked, I would like to make my spellcasting roll for Rain of Blades. I spend the hope, make a spellcasting roll, conjure throwing blades that hit every target within very close range.
Okay.
So let's see
I would
what
say now there are 3. Yeah, the other ones are close because this cart moved forward. So the other blighters you're not able to get. They're still in front of Ilora and Crucible. But there are 3 in front of you right now. There's 2 that are on Torin and then 1 spitter that's on the side. So you're able to hit all 3 of those.
Okay. I rolled an 18 with hope.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
By chance, are any of them vulnerable? Just checking.
Not vulnerable, no.
Okie dokie. Let's see. So, they are going to take 12 from the spell, and because I'm attacking while cloaked, they're going to take an additional 2d6 from my
Nice.
sneak attack.
Amazing.
So that is going to be 15 damage total.
Just
Right
under
there,
that
deadlift.
severe. Okay. But they do definitely take 2 hit point slots.
It's just
Amazing.
under severe because I can spend 3 hope
Just-
to do a thing.
Just under severe.
Do it. Do it.
All right,
Do
I'm
it.
going.
Make him
Do
sweat.
it.
Do it. We
Oh,
banned
boy.
rolling with fear, so you're just going to get hope
We
for the rest of this campaign. It's
Right.
The
Right.
You
demons
know
are
what?
telling you to do it.
You know what? No, I'm gonna. No, that's okay.
Okay. All
Do
right.
a flip.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna give him. We're just gonna have him do the 50.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay. Okay. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, so you said there's 2 in front of me, but the ones that
So,
are...
just so you know, I
Yeah.
have 1 fear. That's it.
Okay.
So the fight started off really, really bad, but it's starting to go into your favor. You're all being able to, move cohesively as a
Yeah.
team. So just so you know.
Okay, great. So I don't have to do the dramatic thing. I won't then, because to save Torin? Nah. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I guess, just take like a big jump up onto the wagon.
Hell yeah.
And
There are 2 in front of you, and the wagon has moved past. So,
I
painting the
thought
picture.
Roila was there. Yeah, please redo
So,
that.
so you and Crucible have kind of just stood next to each other talking, and then that's when this happened. You were on the left side of this cart. Roila had jumped, or I don't know, Roila, did you jump off of the cart, or are you still on the
Yeah,
cart?
I stepped off of the cart to the side. So
Got it. Okay,
yeah,
so
just-
as the cart was pushing by, and as these blighters were coming towards you, Roila jumped off and then poof, just shot in this concussive blast. The cart is still it's like close distance away, so like about 30 feet ish away. But you do have 2 blighters that had run up to you, so there are 2 in front of you right now. So you would have to go through them in order to get to the cart.
Okay, I will. How close are they?
The 2 blighters,
Yes.
they are in melee range. They had run all the way up to you. So you are like
Okay.
readying yourselves as they're rushing up. And so as your turn happens, that's when they are in your face.
Okie dokie, they're not in my face anymore as I reach to my hip. I'm kind of looking past them. Ilora is not really considering these 2 blighters as like real threats. She's seeing that
Mhm.
someone is in immediate danger. So she's looking kind of
Sorry.
like,
Going back.
yeah.
I forgot that one of them was completely blasted away. There's one of them in front of you.
Oh, cool. Great. Hopefully that makes my chance of living go up. I'm looking past them at where Snatch and Torin are, because they're kind of, I see like a kerfuffle on the wagon. So I'm trying to get to that. I'm going to reach towards my hip and I'm going to just crack a whip that kind of
Hell yeah.
like throws up dust clouds everywhere, and in the clearing of that cloud you just see Ilora standing and glowing faintly, and she's genuinely just looking at this zombie and raises it and cracks it again and goes, move. So I have a move where they have to leave now. If I
Scare them.
They just
Make them cry.
I am
In the name of the sun.
I mark a stretch to crack the whip and force all adversaries within melee range back.
Okay. So is this like a blast, or is this
No,
like a
it's not to
turn
hurt them.
undead
It is
kind of thing?
getting him away from me so I can
Okay.
go past him.
Okay, got it. Okay, so then yeah, so then you crack the whip, and with each concussive blast, you can see like it's like getting pushed away. So you kind of discombobulate it as you're able to rush past it. Is there any roll or anything like that?
It says I have to mark a stress, so I do.
Great, you did that. Awesome. All right, so you rush past this one. What are you doing now?
I hop up onto the back of the wagon and I wink at Snatch and then look at Torin deadpan as usual and go, "Are you willing?" And it's like a very loud voice that kind of like washes over you, and you see her eyes glowing bright.
So cool.
And there is something, she's usually wrapped up in like scarves and blankets and things. There's something moving under all of that. And it looks almost as if she is transforming. That's the question she asks you.
Yes.
I like reach forward and I grab you by the chest, and in a gust of wind, all of the like scarves and everything is pushed off of her as you see like wingspan 8 feet come out as she takes straight to the sky, yanking Torin up with her so that he can't be attacked.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
that's cool.
from
You could
the
have taken
sky.
me the whole time.
The whole time you left me in the sky by myself.
That's fine.
So for this, there will be a roll.
Absolutely. Happy to do it.
Can I have you do a strength roll?
Yeah. That's my
Let's say
best
that
stat.
that's amazing.
You're not gonna believe this.
Did you
Did you
crit?
fucking
Tell me you
crit?
crit. Tell me you crit, please.
I got
Please.
double 8. We're kind of like counting down, actually.
10, 9, 8.
And 9.
Amazing.
I'm feeling left
This is
out.
amazing.
What is happening?
Don't worry, it'll come up. Don't worry. Okay, amazing. You are able to grab onto Torin and begin to fly directly up. I don't know. Crits
Mark a
on
hope.
action rolls is you
Yeah,
definitely
I
get a hope
don't-
for sure.
I'll take the hope, but I wasn't looking to cause damage. I wasn't
And
looking to
clear
do
the
anything
stress.
other than get him out of danger.
Oh yeah, you can clear that stress too. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
You did a turn for free. Made off
Pretty
like a
much.
bandit.
So you grab onto Torin and fly directly up. Torin, this is new to you. You just feel yourself become weightless as you fly up into the air. As that
Seems you've been
happens,
holding out on us.
I'll go back to Crucible. Crucible, you started this attack. What do you want to do?
So did Ilora what exactly happened? Did Ilora tell them to successfully go away?
So I kind of saw it as like discombobulating them, and they like
Yes.
couldn't keep up with them. So
They
you have
just
one
have
that's
to
like
push
starting to
back
come
away.
to. Right.
Is it like
So-
vulnerable?
I don't know. Does that say vulnerable?
Not say it makes anyone vulnerable, just that it pushes them out of my range of melee and back into like
Got it.
closer far or whatever.
Okay, so I will say that with the crack of the whip, there was like a concussive blast, and it was
Cool, so they're a
discombobulated
little
for a second, but they finally come to and they see you now.
Okay, but they were pushed back just a wee bit.
Just a wee
And
bit,
there's
yeah.
just one. Okay, that's good because that's better for me with like a ranged weapon. So
Yeah.
I will take another shot right in its head.
Nice. This one is
Let's
looking pretty
get-
fucked up, so you
Guys,
Probably
what
could.
If I got double sevens? What would
I
even happen?
swear.
What would even
If it's
happen?
double sevens, then we have to like
What would
discuss
even happen?
maybe a visit
Like-
to Vegas or
Oh, click
We
your
buy
local
a
gas
tire.
station.
It's not double sevens.
it's really one or the other, either Vegas or gas station.
It is not double sevens, but I did get an 18
Ooh.
An 18
with hope.
with hope.
Nice.
Incredible. All right. So yeah, go ahead and deal some damage. You pull
I
back the arrow,
absolutely
kind of crouching down to get a shot directly up into the brain. Let's see it.
All right. That's a 6. Do it again. That didn't do it. That's a 9. That's a 15.
Okay, amazing.
15
And
damage.
so just really, oh yeah, because you guys are level 2, proficiency is 2, which by the way, proficiency is 2. So if you aren't sure about proficiency, that just means how many dice you roll of your weapon. So it always has like D8 or D6 or whatever. Proficiency equals how many dice you roll. Okay, so you deal. Sorry, how much again?
Just 15.
Just 15. Okay, incredible. This had 2 HP slots left, so please narrate how you kill this blighter.
Absolutely. I think in the moment I see Ilora fly up, and I think from this like pushback, I think maybe Crucible was pushed back a little bit as well, just from the shock of it, and was like staring at you flying upward, like, what the hell? Why didn't you take me? I thought we were friends. And is like currently on the ground with her bow, and it has seen this blighter kind of gotten thrown back a little bit with its like head upwards as well, trying to figure out, oh, what the hell was that? And I think she just looses one right through the soft palate of underneath the chin and right through the skull.
Amazing. It falls back onto the ground, and I will, against my better judgment, use this last fear point, and all of you see as the now unmanned cart begins to
No.
go off the side of the
I want to
road.
run. I want to run.
But that is all I can do. So brings it back on over to you.
I was right next to the cart, so I could just
Yeah.
jump.
Absolutely, yeah. So you begin flying towards it. You're able to run, or I guess fly, to close.
I mean, I could just night step into the cart.
But the shadow has gone by this time. So you had shot out all of those blades, and then the shadow is gone. So now you're like in the direct sun. I will say for this to catch
There's a
up,
shadow under the cart.
but the cart is gone. That's the thing.
Oh, you can't
Snatch
see it
had to
anymore.
come out from the cart in order to do the attack that they did. So now, as the cart is going off, there is no shadow here. I will say, go ahead and do, to catch up, this would be a agility roll.
Wait. I would like to spend a hope to give them advantage because
Amazing.
I always have my mage hand out
Okay.
and it has a range of far. So if that could try to reach the reins first, just to get a hold of it before they can get to it. So I believe that adds a D6
So-
to your roll.
You're doing aid an ally?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so then you will roll that d6.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you get to add a whopping drum roll, please. 1. That was totally worth that resource.
All of that build up. I love it.
It's
All right,
struggling,
here we
dude.
go.
It can't see.
Okay.
Turns out a hand doesn't have eyes.
That'll be an 18 with hope.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you guys are rolling hot. All right. So
did
the
you add
cart
your
begins to right. The cart begins to go off of the road, and you see this mage hand trying to pull onto the reins, but it's not doing anything. And you fly directly through the cart and grab onto the reins and begin pulling it back as it. I'll say as it begins going around those spitting blighters that were in very far range, it begins to turn around them as you just barely move it out of the way and maneuver it. So you are on the other side of the spitters. So,
Everyone, I think I did this thing correctly.
Very good job. Very good job. As Roila will clap his hands together and flames will begin to form in his hand. And then he'll morph the flame into the shape of a javelin. And then as he throws it, it'll split into 3 different javelins and hit whichever 3 are closest within range.
yeah, so you have 3 that are just, it would be in close distance when you jumped off of the cart. There's the regular blighter. Oh, actually, they were with the cart, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay, so then they were with the
Perfect.
cart. So, little change on that. Snatch, you grabbed onto the reins, and as you did that, you saw as 2 of the blighters look directly at you. They are on the cart
hello.
with you.
Gotcha.
But
So
you
yeah,
are
I will
still
get
able
closer.
to go around, so that's that. Okay, and then you have 1 spitter that's close distance, and then you have 2 spitters that are still far distance away.
Okay. Can I move in range of the cart to try to hit the 2 that are on top of there? And then-
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if there'll be a third target. It's just this spell can hit up to 3 targets. I
Sure.
don't know if there'll be a third
So-
nearby.
I will say, yeah, you can definitely hit one of the spitters, and then the 2 that regular blighters that are on the cart. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right, they all share the same role. So
One just pops up specifically so you have a third target to hit. Like, I'm also here.
Oh, hey!
Fuck my shit up, fam.
let's see here. Oh no, that's a
No, don't say it.
12 with fear.
Damn it.
Okay,
Does that hit any of them?
that hits all of. Oh, actually, hold on. That hits the spitter.
Okay, then he is going to take 2d6 plus a d10 because
Okay.
that also activates my war magic feat. So he gets an extra, like it hits like a Dropnir. Like as soon as it hits and impales, it explodes on top of it.
Let's go.
So he's going to take, that was a low roll, 11 points of damage. Magic damage.
11. All right. That is... Okay, that's under the severe, so it's going to take two HP marks, which... That is enough to kill it. So that one is... You throw it into the head, and it falls back, and then as it's stumbling around, the head explodes. Okay, that was with fear, however. So, I will say that this is the only place that would make the most sense for a spotlight would be the ones that are right next to Snatch. So, Snatch, I'm going to have...
Hey, Boogie.
I'm going to have one of them just...
What did you say?
Say hey, Boogie.
I'm going to have them... I don't have enough to highlight both of them and do bite actions for them, so I'm just going to highlight both of them. However, they do have advantage on this. So, that is a 17 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 14 on the second one.
I would like to spend 3 hope if I can. I'm not sure if that's how this works. To use Rogue's Hope.
Okay.
What that does is
go ahead.
I get a +2 bonus to evasion until the next time an attack would succeed against me. I could be.
So what is your evasion?
Now that brings us up to 17.
Okay.
Oh no, that brings us up to 15. 15, sorry.
15. Okay, so that second doesn't hit. I can't remember what I rolled for the first one, but I think it was higher than 15. 17. Okay, cool. So the first one does hit. Go ahead.
I don't know how this works. That's why I'm asking. Can I also, if I have the stress space to do it, can I mark the stress to do a second thing, or is it one thing?
Read it one more time.
Well, the second thing would be is because my wings are active, I can mark a stress to add an additional +2 to my evasion.
Okay. So you have your wings active. You're going to use this stress to activate your wings. I think that would have to be on your turn in order to do it.
Okay.
I think that would have to be a thing that you do on your side.
Gotcha.
Because you're kind of focusing yourself on dodging things, I would think. So then the first one sounds like a reaction. That one would mean that the 15... You would have 15 on your evasion. The first one would hit, but the second one wouldn't, and then that would clear that ability. So this is going to be 15 physical damage. It was a big hit.
So my minor damage is 9 and my major damage is 18.
This is only a slam attack. They're trying to tackle you. I didn't have enough to do any bites, so you are fine. I have used my final fear because both of them attacked, but that is the damage that they deal, and it comes back to you guys.
Final fear sounds like a rejected DBZ move. I'm just saying.
I think I would like to do something about
Absolutely,
this.
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I think his eyes just kind of glow a little red. It goes, that wasn't very nice at all. And I am going to do Rain of Blades again.
Amazing.
To hit both of them.
You have a spitter just next to you as well, so you could hit that one as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to use the last of my hope because I just rolled a 7 with hope, and that's not enough.
Oof.
It is not.
I would like to use what is it? I just had it. Luckbender. After I make a attack, once per session, after you or willing ally within close range makes an attack, an action roll, I can spend hope to reroll the duality dice.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, yeet. Oh, that's much better. 25
Okay.
with hope.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I think that definitely hits. All right, so go ahead and roll some damage on that one.
Doki.
What? You're doing great, son.
It's just 11 damage.
11 damage. All right. That is enough to kill the spitter. That one already had 3 HP slots, so that does 2 more. And then the other 2 that are on the cart with you are going to take, I think...
One
that
last
also passes
question.
it. Yes.
You get like an action and a move action, right? In this, or is it?
It's
just...
You
sort
can
of
move part of your close. You can move close part of that action, yes.
all right.
It's kind of like
Or-
D&D where you have like 30 movement speed.
Okay.
Kind of.
Would that apply to changing the direction that the cart is going, so that it's coming closer to my allies?
If it didn't require you to hold on to the reins, I would... But you are casting magic, so...
And he's got a mage hand helping.
the mage hand is like
True.
this to the blighters.
True.
He's trying to slap him.
You're casting magic to send out like rain of blades at
So
all of them.
the way I've always imagined his rain of blades is he just takes his dagger out and flicks it up, and while it's spinning in the air like Sonic style, just other daggers come raining down.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
So it's like a
I will say you can, but I am going to require a finesse roll to see how well you can do it.
okie dokie. Here we go.
Easy.
Here we go, baby.
Easy.
I believe in
Okie
you.
dokie, here we go.
Easy.
Easy clap.
We do
4th
these.
crit of the
We do
night
these.
coming up.
4th crit.
Double sevens.
19
Rack 'em
with
up.
hope.
19
I
with
rolled
hope.
a
Okay.
12 and a 4.
And you're trying to stop it, or you're trying to... What are you trying to do again?
I'm trying to like Tokyo drift this into a U-turn so that it,
Okay. So I'll say, to begin that U-turn, because it is a cart and it's just a horse, you are slowing it down, and the horse is starting to, like, confusingly turn back around. So you are starting that Tokyo drift U-turn.
everyone help.
Yeah.
At that, we're up in the air. I think there is that, like, for just a moment, that like half a second of weightlessness, of like that shoot up, and then that moment of like us being eye to eye for a moment, not like ribbing each other, not being smirky or sassy, just like in the air, like this is really happening down there. And then I go, right, and I'm going to turn us to where we're like head down, like dive bombing
Yes.
straight down.
Hell
Amazing.
yes.
Incredible.
So I'm gonna use my wings to wrap us in kind of like a peregrine falcon cocoon, to like bullet speed us. And I'm turning to come as fast as I can. And while we're wrapped up in here, no, she doesn't say that out loud. Okay,
Ooh, it's
so
inside
Wait,
though.
That's a- yes, sorry.
how
what?
much hope do you have?
I have a lot of hope. I
Do you
hope
have 3?
all day. Yes.
Why
so,
don't you,
so
Roila,
this would be on Torin. Do you have 3 hope?
I do have 3 hope.
Would you like to tag team?
Well, no. So here's the thing: only
okay,
one
okay.
person has to spend 3 hope, but then you can't do it anymore for the rest of the session. But that other person who's a part of it can spend
Right.
that 3
So
for stuff.
how I understand it, and I might be wrong, was that since Ilora is doing the action, the person that wants to initiate the tag team is the person that needs to spend the 3 hope. Which both of you have 3 hope anyways. Why
Right.
don't we just one of you spend 3 hope, and then when we go to break, then we'll clarify the rule.
Sure.
Okay, gotcha.
It's
I would like to
it's gonna be tag team anyways.
yeah, I would like to ask Torin, like, I would like to ask you above table, in this moment, who do you think would have an idea faster? We are head first dive bombing towards 2 zombies on a U-turn cart.
Let me answer this by telling you what I was going to tell you if you
Okay.
hadn't dive bombed, and that was going to be drop me.
Okay.
So
Amazing.
That's what I'm doing, but
Incredible.
faster.
yeah,
Like, I'm already doing what you wanted, but
again,
better than
look
you
at
thought.
that.
I
it
love
would
how you're
Congratulations.
unsure of the cart. You're unsure of the cart, but you want to be dropped from the heavens.
oh yeah,
So in that case, I think that I should spin the hope because
Okay.
I'm initiating the speed.
Amazing.
And when I open my wings, it will be to aim you like a gun to
Amazing.
hit the zombies.
Fantastic.
So then, going to Torin, what are you doing to do? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nor.
I just pulled up the rulings on tag team just to help you guys out. But it's all good. Don't
Oh
worry.
yeah, I was about to post it as well. But
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. Torin, what are you doing in this attack?
I am charging the arcane energy in the palms of my hands as we sort of soar down. My intent is to not only like grab them and use them as, padding for my fall, but then unleash the energy at the same time so it goes right into the back of the heads.
Incredible.
Hell
Yes. Both of you, please roll your duality die and see if you can hit them. Which, by the way, you can choose between the two. And if you gain a hope through this, you both gain 2 hope. No, you each gain 1 hope. That's what it is.
Okay.
You each gain 1 hope. And then if you crit, you each gain 2. So
All you have to do, Torin, is not fuck this up.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
This
I'll
is
work on that.
This is the crux of our soon to not be hating ship. So
Do I want that though?
That's on you. Roll the dice.
More importantly, I want it. I want you to not
Okay.
hate each other.
6 and 7. So I got a. Oh shoot! Sorry. What am I adding to this? My proficiency +2.
you are adding. That's a great question. This is going to be. I think this is going to be under. Let's make separate action rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be under your, I would say, agility, since you're using agility to, dive bomb in there. Torin, this is just using your spell casting.
Okay. Then that would be a 19 with hope.
19 with hope.
I got a 17 with fear, so maybe we should use the other one.
Are you sure? All right.
That's just my
19 with hope. Absolutely. Both of you gain a hope, so that is that. Now, I would like, let's say for a dive bomb, Ilora, what is your weapon damage?
2d8 plus 2.
Go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
And then Torin, go ahead and roll your damage as well.
Okay.
And really quick, so Torin, you can attack 2 different creatures for
Yes,
this.
because I am going to be using. I'm going to take on another stress to do it, but
Stress.
I am going to
Okay.
hit an additional target within range to do it.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay, well, if we're showing it out like that, if we're showing off, I'm gonna do something extra special too.
Why
Be
don't
cool.
you?
Do it. Look at them getting along so well.
That hope,
Yes.
that hope I just got, I don't need it. I'm gonna spend it to add another D8 to the damage.
You need to.
Amazing.
Fine, we don't
Let's do
need
it.
Okay,
Throw
good.
it away.
That's gonna be 24 total damage.
24. Amazing.
Hold on, I am that petty. I'm looking at.
Look at them working together.
This has to happen.
This is
This has to
Clearly.
happen.
Clearly, no tension between them. No
Definitely
ill
working
Yeah, you know
feeling.
what?
as a unit.
Yes, as a unit.
As a
Spooky
unit.
unit, as they say.
Spooky
Yes.
unit.
Spooky unit. Spooky in 5.
Yeah, I'm that bitch. I'm going to spend another
5.
stress. So that is. Hold on. 17. 23 damage to both of them.
Oh, it was so close. It was so close. She got one over you, which is so fucking fitting. Incredible.
Isn't it just?
Okay, so you know what? So since both are being targeted, since both are going to be taking the damage, both of you please just describe how you just annihilate these two and kill them.
You take the first one, I'll do the second one. 'Cause
Okay.
There's 2, right? Or is there 3? No, yeah, because you killed a spitter down there by yourself. It's Snatch. Okay, cool. So yeah, you take one, and then I'll do the
Okay.
other.
I imagine as I'm coming down, I'm charging the energy in the runes, so now it's like blinding, unstable energy. The moment I land, I aim one that's a little bit further away so that it gives a little bit of range to position him for you. But the other one straight to the top and back of the head, and it sounds like a shotgun blast as the head just becomes matter.
Okay, then I'm gonna piggyback off of this, and I drop you in flight, like very mid-soar, and I'm going to land directly in front of whichever one, like as the U-turn is happening, I'm gonna land on the edge, grab one by the throat, and stick it out into the blast that you sent out the other way, so that its head just gets and it's just gone. And
Incredible.
I just drop it and go like, oh, unseemly.
Thank you.
Such a good team. Good teamwork.
I don't know why you were mumbling at each other so angrily while you were saving my life, but it is appreciated.
Surely they were words of encouragement, weren't they?
And
of course they were.
With that,
of course,
we spotlight back on over to Crucible and Roila. Both of you have one last spitter that's ready to be attacked.
Immediately, I'm going in, and I'm going for a punch.
All right. Here we go. I want both of you.
It's not fair. He was harder than me.
Okay, here we go. Daniel, you're going to be rolling your knowledge roll, which is your main spellcasting, right? Mm-hmm, this is to see who can get the highest number, who can do it the fastest.
Perfect.
Kelly, you're going to be doing agility.
Yes. Okay. I'm so scared.
Crucible.
Who's going to get the kill?
Crucible.
Who's going to get the kill?
Heart of the cards. Fuck.
Come on. I got a...
Somebody please clip that.
Did you both roll really bad? I
got
did great.
8.
I got a 22.
Amazing. With hope.
I was
Okay.
going to argue for you both doing another tag team.
Amazing. So, Roila, describe what you're doing to get over to this last spitter before Crucible.
I am trying to just do compressing the air again, but increasing the range even further. And I'm just like doing a 1-inch punch against the air, and it's just traveling out.
As we go into slow motion and we look back towards what Crucible is doing, what is Crucible doing?
I think just like in your peripherals, you notice just the biggest shit-eating grin on Crucible's face as she lets the arrow loose without even looking at the target because she knows she fucking has it.
You look over and you see her looking directly at you as this arrow shoots into this concussive cone that's almost like a tornado barreling towards this, and it goes directly through and into the head of the spitter, and immediately as it falls over, the concussive force of air just goes just over it and then slams into the tree behind it as you see this arrow sticking out of the final spitter as it falls to the ground. Fuck. Gone.
Oh no, did you miss? Oh no! How terrible for you, good Roila, on this day. How awful! I'm just listen.
Yeah. I got 2.
That,
I got 2 as well. So
even with the last one.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't get the fine. I only got 1 and 2.
No.
Yeah.
And with
Could
that,
someone please take the card?
And with that, we are going to go to break. So we'll be back in a undetermined amount of time. 10, 15,
around 10 minutes. Around 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes.
We'll see you all soon.
Yes, for those in chat, thank you so much for sticking around. Go take your bio break. Take your medicine if you haven't. Grab a snack, grab some water. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Be nice to each other until then. Bye. Hi, everybody.
Y'all, when I say that the vibes of this table is immaculate, I know that y'all know that, but when we say it, it just has a completely different fucking meaning.
You guys are getting depressing, like intense zombie post-apocalyptic story. Prior to this stream, we were dying laughing at, I think, like 5 different things at the same time.
Yes.
I love this table so much.
What if I just
Although we're not being
turn
that
around?
sad this episode. We're
Right,
being
it's
kind of
true.
crazy this episode.
This is very much like a typical TTRPG experience, and I love it. There were some downs, and there were some very big ups, and
Yes.
it was an incredible combat. So just to kind of do a little quick recap, you all started your journey into the forest. You then saw a few. There it is. You all saw a few blighters walking out. Snatch, you recognized at least 4 of them to be those very same that you had trapped at the very beginning of our episode 2. You had told everybody, and immediately then that is when they all looked and saw each of you. At the same time, 3 others had come rushing out of the forest that were also nearby. So many crits happened. So many incredible kills. Torin, you took 2 bite attacks. One of them was negated. The other one went through, and thankfully was also negated due to your armor. And most importantly, well, actually, there's 2 most important things. Ilora, you dealt 1 more damage than Torin did, so you have that for sure. And Crucible got the final kill.
I did.
So,
And
with
everyone
that,
saw. And
at the very end of combat, Snatch said, "Please help." So we will pick up there.
Torin's muscles where the runes are like, you know, like when you have like a TENS unit attached, they're just vibrating a little bit.
yeah.
He's
All right, everyone. All right. Check them. Check them. Make sure they're good.
So are you
Ilora?
good?
Ilora, check. Make sure there's no bots.
I'm fine.
No, I meant on Torin.
I'm not
Fine.
checking Torin.
I'll
The
check
only-
Torin. I've
the
seen
only
his-
spot that they would have gotten through would have been in my arm. It didn't pierce. I'm fine.
I was
Sure,
Just
just-
a slight bite indent on that, though.
So lucky that it
we can
didn't
buff
break
that right
through.
out.
Okay, everyone, this is fine.
Snatch.
I go over and I help with the reins. I just kind of like step up into it and just like scoop the reins up out of your hands. I think with like one hand, I just go like, whoa.
Doing circles. Just doing donuts until somebody takes the
Y'all are talking, and then Snatch is just...
As a giant, I'm gonna walk over and I'm not gonna get into the wagon. I'm just gonna grab the reins out of your hand and stop them.
Real quick, Roila is going to go over to the bodies, and he is going to check them for any information about who they are, because Snatch, this is the group that Snatch ran into previously. So he is going to analyze the bodies, see if he can find anything about them.
Go ahead and do... This would be whatever the analyze... I believe that's knowledge. So, yeah, knowledge. Go ahead and take a look at each of these bodies.
That's a 5 with... No, a 6 with hope.
Because we call
6 of
them
hope.
Ravagers, right? The people that are like,
Reavers.
oh,
Reavers,
Reavers.
yes.
Sorry, I knew it was an R word.
That is the their title is
Gotcha.
the Reavers.
Okay.
It's not hard to find. With that roll, you are able to see that they have on their leather armor that's symbol of the Reavers, and then you also see there is there's just like this really loose bit of skin that still has that tattoo on there that you can see is also a piece of the Reaper's symbols.
That'll do it. All right, I don't see anything that identifies maybe if they had plans or missions or anything like that, but that's still the same group. All right, let's try to find somewhere we can get bunkered up for the evening.
Cibil.
Check these bodies unless there's any items you might want.
Do you remember this has happened a couple of times? I just need you to hold my hands for a moment, just so I can try to calm.
I got you.
Thank you. And I'm just going to, like, literally just hold Cibil's hands and just.
You good?
This group is strange.
Torin.
What, you don't like holding hands, Snatch?
No, it's just. Never mind.
Torin.
Yes.
In your ear, you just hear, you should grab one of them. Bring it with us.
We could probably bring one with if we wanted to investigate further. Perhaps know more about their condition. Learn more about what makes them tick.
I'm sorry.
Cibil, thank you.
Of course.
You want to what?
Bring one of the corpses with us.
Why do we need to bring one of the corpses?
Because
Is
we
everyone
can
doing
investigate.
science experiments? Is that what's happening? Is this trip just one big science experiment?
Walk away.
I try to catch Ilora's glance for a second. I'm like, ooh.
Well, is someone else collecting them? What is the problem?
All I'm saying is, I think we should get to a more secure position before everyone wants to start bringing things along for the ride.
Bringing dead things that won't rise again.
Get one of the most mangled ones, if you insist.
Roila, just as a reminder, I'm not your sister.
Oh,
I will grab the most mangled, though, if it will make you feel comfortable.
yes.
I as soon as Torin said aloud we should take one, I think Ilora was dead silent on purpose and scanning the group to see what the reaction to that proposal was. And then hearing her brother immediately, she just turned around and started walking off to get the the scarves and things that had kind of that she shed when she went to go fly. So
You had your magical girl transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
During the glitter moment, she walked over and she's going to go grab up the scarf and grab up anything else that may have dropped off the edge of the wagon. So y'all can see her grabbing that stuff. I would like to, however, sneakily rip a hand off of a zombie as I'm gathering these things.
Ew.
I see that.
Need a hand.
It is not widely accepted or good to take a dead thing. Roila doesn't seem to be on par, so I'm going to just feel it.
Going to pitch Snatch would gladly help you get your scarves because he does have a question for you.
Okay.
You saying you would lend a hand?
So I think he's his presence his instinct score is garbage. He's not going to even notice that. It's just. So, how come you hide your wings?
Oh, hello, darling. Well, they've gotten me into a bit of trouble, if I'm honest. Growing up, it's not, sometimes people are looking for us that shouldn't find us, you see.
Looking for who exactly?
I don't think... Okay, so Ilora doesn't lie, point blank, period. She'll just decide not to answer a question. But specifically with Snatch, she knows that Snatch is just curious and has no ill will towards someone who also has no ill will. So she'll probably forever and always answer all of Snatch's questions as honestly as she can. And she goes,
I'm offended. Continue.
Well, she knows you are a killer and dangerous and are a sneaky little liar and thief.
Hey,
So unfortunately, so
I lied about sweetbread. That's all.
that could be a lie. So she looks at you, Snatch, and goes, "Oh, well, growing up, my brother and I were quite touted by our small neighborhood, we'll call it. And we left because we didn't like it there very much. And they've been looking for us to bring us back, you see. And we would very much like to not go back. So
I'd like to help you. I'd like to help you feel comfortable, and I'd like to see you in the sky.
oh, well, Snatch, darling, I'd like to help you too. Why don't we keep each
Okay.
other company in the sky? I don't often fly, and it's been quite a long time since I've been able to scout in the higher planes.
Well, if they're looking for you, they'll have to figure out which one. And I would like to use my uncanny disguise ability to shapeshift into metal with the wings.
Well, everyone's just cool now, aren't they? Everyone's just so
I
cool
think
with the big
immediately, like you look like Ilora. Oh,
The way you looked when
immediately.
you did the thing, he's like,
Yeah.
I want to remember that. And like he's just doing it at you.
I think she like sees herself and goes, ah, oh, like immediately pokes, like just to like poke to see how real it is, and then goes, well, aren't you impressive?
Well, aren't you impressive?
Ah! It's just freaking her out, but she's not going to ask you to stop or like do, like I think she sees how valuable that skill is, so she's not going to try and discourage it, but she is actively weirded out by the skill. And when did you learn that you could do this? Have you ever done this before? Have you ever turned into me before? Have you ever turned into Roila before? Oh God, do you turn into all of us when we turn our backs?
Yes.
Oh, to me, next to me.
to me, next to me.
On the clock. On the clock. Keep
I'm
it
gonna spend the
moving.
2 stress to do this.
Yes, Jesus, love it.
And then I'm using that like distraction to wrap up the hand I ripped off of a dead body, and I'm putting it into my scarves.
I do need a finesse roll, though.
From someone else, not me though, right, Johnny?
Right.
Couldn't
The
be.
other
couldn't-
person that's trying to hide a hand in their fucking...
Couldn't be Ilora. Couldn't be Ilora. Never.
Okay.
You wouldn't do that to her. Would
Honestly,
you, Johnny?
it's okay if this gets found out. If you fail, I'll kill you. Okay, so it's fine if I don't make this roll.
Can
I
Could I help?
Help
Is there a
me.
way I
How would you help?
help me hide
Well,
this
okay,
hand?
okay. How about this? Roll
Because
your
I'm
finesse.
I'm clued in to what she wants to do.
Right, right.
Yes.
Roll the finesse, and then we'll see where it lies.
Okay.
Okay, but I have a -1 to this one, Johnny.
Okay.
The worst thing I've ever tried to do, Johnny.
Good face. Okay, face.
I'm torn.
Average face.
There's so there's this die, and the dark one is for bad stuff. It's the fear, and that's a 12, right? And then there's the die that's for good stuff, and that's a 1.
So a 12 is what I'm understanding.
I don't. Listen. Actually, I'm gonna honor the spirit of what this role should have been had I not built a terribly unfinessable character. And so I will give my last prayer die with the 1 on it to add the 1 right back on. So it's a 13 actually.
13.
Strong 13.
A real strong 13.
Crucible, go ahead and do a instinct roll.
Yeah, help me out, please. Please help.
All right, I'll do that. What's my instincts? My instincts all right. Oh, I'm good.
And you know what? Roila and Torin also do that.
Thank you. Much obliged.
This is going to be a group roll, though, so it's only going to count for 1.
A 15.
Should I roll
With
just to see
fear.
if he sees it on the off chance or nah?
Sure. I mean, yeah.
This is instinct?
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
Roila.
like this.
That's a 24 with hope.
I don't like this.
It's 22 with
you're
fear.
No,
I don't
you're
like
no
this.
fun.
Okay.
I don't want to play this game.
Let
We,
her-
we all get hope and fear off these rolls.
I just got a 2.
Okay, Snatch wasn't paying attention anyways. With the way that the rolls worked, even advantage wouldn't have worked anyway, so why don't you just keep the hope for Crucible? What would Crucible do to have helped in this situation?
I think in this particular situation, knowing that Snatch won't mind whatever Ilora is doing, is trying to get the spell boys talking about their spells again and the ones they used in the battle. So what was that
Okay.
last one you did? I mean, you did with the gauntlets?
Mhm.
You had that like vortex thing. I mean, you remember that time that my arrow shot through your vortex? That was crazy.
in the cart. We are leaving.
All right. First of all, you're not my dad, so calm down.
All of us
Or
in
say
the cart.
please.
No.
We should get moving.
Okay.
So, as the battle is done, you all collect your things and get into the cart. You continue down the roadway. Crucible, you know that there is a checkpoint that is here pretty soon.
Yes.
After another 2-ish hours, you get to the end of the forest and you begin to see, once again, rolling hills of grassland sprawling out
Okay.
before you. You can see the sun is beginning to get low in the horizon, and the sky turns into this bright blue and swirl of orange and purple. About a mile ahead is where you see the first checkpoint,
Okay.
which is an empty cabin, a stable with a big enough place for a cart, and you see a perimeter gate just around it to keep the blighters out,
Okay.
mostly.
All right.
You're able to fly around and make sure that there's no blighters around, and there aren't any. So you're able to unlock the door, set your cart away, and prepare yourselves for the night. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
I would like to, as we're essentially setting up our camp or whatever, when the moment is right and everybody else has stepped away a little bit, I would actually like to approach Roila.
Okay.
Yeah, Royla's been pretty quiet on the cart right there. And is just unpacking his bag, and like he sets out this this book you've never seen before, but it's like locked. It's like big old ancient tome that he kind of sets down. Yeah.
Light reading.
No, because I can't decipher it. It's old common tongue, so you need a cipher in order to decrypt it.
Oh, well.
I've only got Y, T, and L. I've been discovering it on my own, and it only took me 20 years. So,
Well, those are
give me 100 more.
quite
Should have
important letters to have deciphered. Well done.
Yes, no vowels. Love it.
I wanted to apologize for my tone earlier. It's been quite a bit since I've ventured out, and I suppose getting used to traveling companions outside of Cibil.
Yeah.
It takes a little while. So I apologize if I was a little terse.
Listen, there's no offense taken. It's just when a fight like that happens, it can be heard for miles, especially by them. I know that everyone in this group is very headstrong. They all have ideas of things that they want to get done. However, we have to move quickly and as quietly as possible. And us stopping to get limbs and pieces of body parts when we could retreat, properly plan, scout, and then nab one that's alone. We could have done that instead. I'm here to help all of you. I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I just take everyone's safety seriously.
You
That's
remind me of someone, that's all. If there was anything that I could say, it is that just remember that some of this number have not adapted to your leadership style just yet. We did survive.
Yeah.
And admittedly, there was some strangeness. I'm curious as to why Ilora needed a hand, but ultimately, getting used to new traveling companions can take time. So, as I hope you have patience with me, I would also hope that you have patience for the others as well.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Cibil.
Cibil's fine. I'm more referring to Snatch. And, well, I don't want to assume, but possibly your sister as well.
I don't think there's enough time in the day for all that.
Yes, well, I will leave you to it. And if you ever need help with your book, I'm sure I could stare at it and pretend to know one or two more letters, maybe like an X.
Much obliged. I appreciate it. As Roila will begin to set up for the night and kind of put his gauntlets to the side. And as the night begins to wane, the visage of his tattoos begin to fade, and his third eye appears with his much, much harsher brand that's on his forehead as his disguise magic fades for the evening.
I would then like to approach Snatch, if that's okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm doing the tour. Deal with it.
Okay, I can wait.
Are you all right?
Oh, yes. Confused. But I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Nothing sleep won't fix. Confused about what?
All of you.
I would appreciate some detail.
Oh. Why would you be so aggravated at someone who saved your life and was an ally with the same enemy that you had? I don't understand.
You're referring to Ilora.
Yes.
I am
The two
not.
of you seem to enjoy fighting each other.
That's the difference. One perceives it as fighting, the other perceives it as simply matching the energy given. That would be me.
Why would that be the energy that either of you would like? Is this a game that I don't understand?
No. It is simply two individuals who don't know how to communicate in a way that is healthy, and instead of digesting and maybe unpacking that, we instead take small shots at each other. And by we, I, of course, mean Ilora.
Shots at each other.
Verbal jabs. Words meant to elicit a particular reaction. Just something to get under the skin of the other person, not literally.
Will the aim ever be to make the other person smile?
I leave that up to her.
Why?
Like I said, I match the energy that I'm given. I I don't do that.
Why
There's
do
no-
you speak on it as though it is disgusting? I like to smile. I like to make you smile. I like to make everyone smile.
Hold on to that for as long as you can. Because when it fades and you feel that emptiness take its place, you'll know why I look on it maybe not with the most favorable eye. I'm glad that you're all right.
I am as well. I'm glad that you're all right.
Just a close call.
If I may, one last thing. It leaves me all the time. The thing that you're speaking of, sometimes it is hard to smile. I've lost someone dear, but then I hear the wind. I see the trees, the sky, the stars, and I am refilled. Perhaps we just need to find what will refill you. I'd like to help.
Your willingness to help is appreciated. And if I should ever need it, I will ask. Get some sleep.
I will. You and Roila make very good friends.
Thank you. We just have a similar mind. I'm going to step away and...
They're nerds. Both of them are nerds.
Royla's gonna go over to Crucible.
You know it's true.
All you.
Stand like
Are you gonna tower
hovering
over me?
8
Oh,
foot,
I'm so
standing over
scared.
you.
Go ahead, do it. Do
He's
it.
gonna crouch
Go
down.
ahead.
So we can't just let them be the only ones with cool attacks, right?
I mean,
They're doing. No, I'm just saying they're doing cool shit together.
it
Yeah,
was
like the
cool
team
as
attack,
shit.
right?
It was crazy.
They can't be the only ones
It
who
was
do that.
nuts. It was
So here's what I'm thinking, right?
right.
And
All right. I'm listening.
and that for his
I'm listening.
downtime activity, he will use prepare, so that we both get 2 hope as he spends the evening
That's rad as hell.
alleviating the mood and just inspiring
as
you
hell.
with cool combat ideas.
All right.
So-
All right. I see you, Roila. All right.
Now that we're here, so long rest is happening. There are 2 moves that you get to do.
Okay.
There are clearing all your hit points, clearing all your stress, clearing all your armor slots, preparing, as Daniel did, and working on a project. So you could do 2 of them. You could also do the same one twice. So, Crucible, in order to get the 2 hope for the next day, you would also have to take one of those to do the prepare.
Okay. That's fine with me.
Cool. Awesome. So then, yes, you both get two hope.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead, Crucible.
I hope Snatch isn't too snuggled up in bed because I do have to talk to them.
Oh, he's so not sleeping.
All right. All right. Hey, Snatch. Snatch, you awake?
Yes. I don't like to sleep until all of you are asleep.
Why is that?
Because you all sleep so funny.
What do you mean funny? I sleep funny.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for not elaborating on that at all. I guess I'll never know. Snatch, today, when we were walking along, I didn't know you'd left us until you called from the sky.
I didn't think that I fit. So I went where I knew that I would.
Snatch, When I was a kid, I lived in a home with many other kids who didn't fit, and we were rambunctious. You would have loved them. Actually, you would have loved them so much. But whenever somebody was leaving the house, we'd let the others know that we were going and where we were going and how long we thought we might be out, so we could, leave the door open and keep an eye out and go looking for them if something had happened. And Snatch, I hope you know we're friends.
Oh, yes.
We're friends, and I want to leave the door open for you. And I won't even know to leave it open if I don't know you're gone.
I'm good at being your friend. I like
You
being
are.
your friend. When it's you and I being friends. But the mixture is difficult.
Okay, can I tell you a secret?
Yes?
All right. Even the ones I thought maybe were a little too posh for me, maybe to hang out with, are not that posh. All right. Ilora is very cheeky. I had a whole conversation with her today. It was so much fun. And Roila just came over to my cot to say to start working on special moves together. And I know and Torin, listen, Torin's having a moment, but we're gonna get Torin to soften up. We will. And they all I know you and I are a bit more outwardly we're the fun ones, I would say. I would say we're both the fun ones. Yeah. I think they are all a bit fun, but afraid to be fun, given the circumstances. I think if you give them a chance, you will be good friends with them. I saw Ilora talking to you earlier, and you looked like you were getting on great.
Oh, yes. They all just... I love the darkness because it's warm and it helps. And it's the only place you can see the stars. It's beautiful.
Okay. All right.
But the darkness also holds danger.
It does, I know that well, yes.
And pain.
I know that too.
They hold on to the darkness for the pain and the secrets.
All right.
It's difficult to understand them.
And have you considered that you are such a bright spirit that you might be able to take some of that darkness from them?
I considered it. I talked with Torin.
Consider it more. Please. We want you around.
Crucible, they remember a world that I will never know. And they long for it in a way that it scares me because I am not of that world. I feel as though I love the world as it is. Blighters and all, they're funny.
They're funny. I don't know.
I think my joy upsets them.
I can understand why that would be a little upsetting. I've had my darkness too, but I know if I stop and I live in it, then I won't live anymore. Really, in my heart. So, I think you're good for them. I need you to know that.
I'll try. I would like to hug you now.
Oh, please do. I love hugs. Please.
He's just gonna go like he's gonna have the wings propel into just a big old hug.
Right.
Thank you.
Of
I was
course.
scared that I was scared that we were not going to be friends anymore.
I'm pretty sure it's set in stone that we're going to be friends, Snatch. And tell us where you're going. Back to my original point. Let me know when you're going somewhere, alright? Please.
Grab, it's your responsibility to make sure
No, Grab, don't listen to him.
Just
No,
see them eating some seed.
The bird is just being a bird.
Being a bird, yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Just come back to eating.
It's that glare again. It's just seeds and then like the dramatic chipmunk. I'm sorry. All right, I will let you know whenever I leave.
Please. Please.
It's
Not
going to be
asking for
difficult
much.
because I'm very sneaky.
You are so sneaky, and it's damn impressive. I'm gonna work on getting on your level. Alright?
All right.
Alright.
I am going to be in the clouds for a minute until
Okay.
all of you sleep so that I can watch you sleep funny.
Alright. Please, one time, just tell me what I'm doing, because if I'm being embarrassing, I should know. Please.
No.
God damn it!
Amazing.
Move.
Okay. Opening this.
Ilora.
I have this hand.
You do have this hand.
Okay, obviously Elora's alone. No one has come to talk to Ilora, and that is fairly normal. Ilora, like when she beds down, she goes to hang out with Roila for a bit, and then they talk, go to sleep. She hasn't gotten there yet, so she's off a little away from wherever we've made camp, and has like cleared out a dirt circle, and pulled out like a slab of like wood or something, like a plank, and has pulled out the hand and has tried to make things as scientific as possible, and pulls out the little vial of sunshine liquid, and she's going to use anything as close to, as akin to a needle, a syringe, a sewing needle, even anything with like a sharp point, to dip it into the liquid, see it glow as a little drip at the end there, and then just like slip that into whatever blackened vein she can find to see if it has any effect. She doesn't expect it to. It's already dead and like taken away from the body. But this is how science do. We have to see anyway.
This is how science do.
I'm doing science.
In technical
pretty dang
terms,
do be
this
like
is how
that.
science do.
It do be like that.
Yeah.
Which is
You
what I would
take
like
time.
to flavor as project. Doing the
Sure,
project.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Just do do an instinct roll real quick.
Just do.
Actually,
Just do a science.
Do an instinct roll real quick.
Do I want to roll good or bad? Tell the dice, Johnny.
Honestly,
Yeah.
either way, they
Okay.
both are good.
You heard him.
I
Be
will
bye.
say, just do and then followed by a
Happy Pride,
pause is the
everybody.
Happy
best.
Pride. Be bye.
Just do
Okay. That is a 10 with hope.
eyes valid.
10 with hope.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm adding something to it. That's just the dice. What am I
Instinct.
adding?
I believe
Instinct.
your finesse is -1, or
Oh,
your
finesse.
You said
instinct. Sorry.
instinct.
Instinct.
Yeah. So
I
it's an
fucked that
11
wrong.
with hope.
11 with hope. Okay.
That's pretty good.
So
It's
you
great.
you are focusing on very you're focusing to make sure that you're not wasting any bit of this.
Yeah.
So you're putting it in little drops to make sure that it's doing the most that it can in the veins that flow through this torn up hand.
Whew.
You're waiting. You set it down, waiting. And you look up to the sky and you see this small eye. You've seen this before. And just when you see it, it goes away. Torin was spying on you.
I'm gonna kill him.
I have such a horrible poker face. I can't.
8 with fear, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take the fear.
You're welcome.
You look back down at the hand. Nothing.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, because she psyched herself up for this not to work, this does nothing to break any bit of hope that she has. To her, it's easy to rationalize that this is exactly how this should go.
Trials.
So instead, of like freaking out or being upset, she's going to say a prayer to Soul. She's going to lay her hands on the hand. And there is just going to be a brief moment of like a glowing warmth there. It's not to fix anything. It's truly just a prayer. And then she's going to bury that as well.
Okay.
Because the zombies, we don't usually get to bury them. And if any part can be laid to rest, it's better than no part. And then she's going to get up and look around at the sky. Again, it's kind of like a clean sweep to see if there's any more of that like hint of Torin spying. And I think she just sees Snatch up there flying around. And I think there is an instinctive like rolling back of her shoulders as she catches that craving to just like take off and fly. Oh, I could go have a conversation, and it could be in the air. And then there's that gripping fear of like, they will find you. And she instead kind of curls up into her blanket and tucks it in closer, watching Snatch fly up in the air, imagining what that would feel like, and trying to remember the snippets of that feeling of like the wind in her feathers and being that high up, and heads to bed for the night.
Okay.
If I may, just a little parting thing, because I know we're also close to time. As Ilora walks by to go towards bed, you just hear, "It's never going to work, you know."
Can I? Let me pull up my
Roll
character
initiative.
sheet. 1 second.
I'm gonna answer.
We're switching
the
systems.
Can I? I'm gonna answer the can I to please do.
Cool.
Thank you.
Roll for
Thank you
punch.
so
Roll for
very
punch.
much. Where are you saying this from? Are you like in a tent or something? Are you like in a bedroll? Like where are you?
So you guys have like an established cabin. Like this is like a checkpoint with like a fence around you. So you guys have like a safe area right now. This is the safe house.
Okay.
I imagine that I am currently laying on like a cot that I brought with that is outside under the stars.
Okay. I walk over to you and I'm standing above you looking down at you. And then I think out loud you hear her say, "No, this is too on the nose. Let me get down here." And she's going to sit instead. And she's going to look at you and say, "Why do you think that?"
Because you still feel something for them. And it's that quality that is most likely going to get you killed one day.
Is that all?
Initial observation. That's what I have to report back.
Torin. She pulls out shortbread and she breaks it in half and she holds one half out for you. Do you take it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, then this conversation is going to go a very different way. She's going to chomp down into it and look over at you and say, I know that you're stupid, but you are the smartest one we have besides Roila. So, if you're going to put your brain to any sort of use, to the best of your small capability, it would probably be better served with trying to find a solution rather than spying like a rat in the grass or poking holes in the theory you have taken no part to construct. If you would like me to show you my research, and then you would like to collaborate and add whatever monosyllabic, pessimistic, devoid of emotion, compassion, and humanity opinion that you may carry, then I would be happy to talk. Until then, I could have been shitting out there, Torin. Stop spying like a fucking creep. And then she's gonna get up, and she's going to, from underneath the scarf, go poof with her wings, and she's gonna like knock you with the wing as she walks off. It's not to cause damage yet again. It's literally just a little like, you little shit, as she walks off.
Roila's giggling.
Okay. So,
energy I get back. Ugh.
Could have gone worse. Could have lost some teeth.
we will end the night there and end our night here. Wow. Well, first battle out of the way. I think I got a good idea on how Daggerheart works now with the combat. I think
We
I
just
can,
now have to crit for every further battle that
right,
we have.
right. I need to increase the damage for the bite.
What? Like it's hard?
Anyways, thanks everybody for being here. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves before we head out. I can't see the stream because I turned it off because I didn't.
It's okay. Just pick someone.
Daniel.
Golly gee willikers, gang. That was one heck of an episode, am I right? Oh, boy. My name is Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM, across all corners of the internet. And guess what? You can find me, like I said, on all corners of the internet, talking about D&D, Daggerheart, TTRPGs, life, etc. So come find me. Come hang out. We'll have a good time.
Daniel's so cool.
True story.
All of y'all are cool. Speaking of cool, Meadow.
Hello. Okay, here we go. Hi, howdy, I'm Meadow. I have been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future, though there's no predicting. You can find me at Howdy Love Darlin or Howdy Love Darlin GM all across the internet. You are welcome to attempt to vote for me for the Crit Awards, but you don't have to do that, and that doesn't need to happen. I'm gonna punch Torin. So maybe come back in the future to see that happen. It's gonna
what a nice talk.
Amazing. Let's jump over to Kelly Crucible.
Oh, hi. I'm Kelly. I go by the Killhop across the internet. I am also in the Crit Award thing. You can also vote for me if you want to, or you don't have to do that. It's up to you. Follow your heart. You can find me in the audio dramas Error 313 and 1.7 Miles to Lake Wanatel. And tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we The Heart is a Dungeon is sharing its final episode of The Corner of Pleasure in West River. It has been such a collective love from all of us over there, and it's just been a beautiful experience and a beautiful story. So you should listen to it. And if you haven't listened to it yet, you should listen to the whole thing because we loved it very, very much. But yes, I love playing with all of you so much.
You're an excellent GM, Rora. Yeah, I'm looking at you in the chat.
Yes,
I know you're here.
Yes, they are.
Move on over to the Enigma Noir.
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. I played Snatch. I usually play Sad Boy, so this is a change of pace. This is weird being happy all the time. You can find me all over the internet as you can find me all over the internet on Mondays over on Alt Haven for our Star Trek game, The Last Excelsior. Tuesdays when I'm not here, I'm also on Alt Haven for our Noirville game, Bad Meets Evil, with Cujo over here. Thursdays, I'm right back here for our Tales of the Valiant game. I'm also award nominated, but that's not important. What is important is
Very important.
It is
If
so
you
Very
important.
important. It's not important. It's very important.
if you don't vote for Cujo, Meadow, Kelly, I will be in your walls. All right.
Also,
I will
Daniel is in nominated games.
Oh,
Daniel is in nominated games.
listen. If you
I'm
don't vote for
inclusive.
these folks, all right, I'm gonna sneak in your house and I'm gonna talk shit about you to your pets, and they're gonna believe.
Oh,
me,
but that
all
means
right?
you'll visit? Okay.
Oh,
Oh, no, I
Guess I'm
forgot.
voting for someone else.
I'm gonna tell your cat about that thing you did that you didn't think anybody knew about.
Don't
and
you
they're
dare.
never gonna look at you the same way again.
No.
But that's it. That's me. You can stop perceiving me now. Cujo, you know what happens next.
Yep.
Too
I'll see you
late.
later.
Bye.
Listen. Did the shit 3 times.
Oh, so good. I'm Johnny. I am the GM of this wonderful campaign with these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. My God, just like I can't even get over. Oh, hi, welcome back. I just am so happy. That's pretty much it. I'm talking XP everywhere else, but I'm just so happy. That's me. Cujo, why don't you finish it all off?
All right. Well, hi everybody. I'm Cujo. You can
Hi,
find
Cujo.
me. Okay. Hi. Whole rhythm got thrown off.
Just the work on the internet.
You can find my personal stuff over at Cujo Plays Games if you're a fan of professional wrestling, general ramblings, or that stuff. You can also follow Crit Hit Chronicles for official show announcements, highlights, that sort of thing. I am also one of the Crit Award nominees for Best GM for Kobold Press. But
damn.
seriously, more importantly, everybody in this, everybody on this table. Oh my God! Shut up. Everybody in this chat
Squad.
I can't get the sign off done. You won't let me.
Unit.
Oh my God. Anyway, seriously, if you have a favorite content creator for the Crit Awards that is a nominee, go and support them, because that's the point of why we're doing it, and we want to
Yes.
uplift those who have such a fantastic bit of art to share with everybody. You can find me here. Oh God, Noir, the slow zoom. I have to just do this. You can find me
believe
back
it.
here Thursday for Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press. Friday, we are taking a break from our Shadows over Baldur's Gate game because I'm going to be in a Pride wrestling show in Chicago called Blow, which is going to be hilarious
So good.
and super fun. So, but yes, in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. We're going to get a raid started up for Darling Creepshow, who's playing some Alien RPG, at least from our side. Johnny, you can raid.
Yeah,
him.
no, yeah, no, absolutely. We're gonna do it.
We'll get that started up. But yeah, in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. And we will see you guys next.
Good channel name again. Yep,
Darling.
never mind. Yep.
Darling Creepshow.
Got it. Cool. All right, let's
Cool.
do it.
All right.
Good job, Johnny.
Bye, everybody.